It's time for Pierre Governor playoff action on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Governor Athletics is brought to you by Access Health, Zander Auto Parts, AGE, Wagner Auto, Weatherall, First United Methodist Church, Fisher Rounds, and AirTag.
3rd and 16 with 5:14 to go in the third quarter. Kaiser drops back to pass, throwing against the wind. Zabel makes the catch. He's on the 35. Full race. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Governors!
And by Barber Chemical and Barber Farm Services, Venture Communications, River Bottom Sanitation, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Gales Gas, Cone Egg, and Rising Hope Counseling.
Throwers to receive it. Christofferson to set for Crop. Off the hands. That's going to be a kill. That's a reverse sweep win for the Governors. 15-12 and set 5. Abby Crawfish is off a 17-kill night.
And by Oahe Grain, American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine Agency, Brett Spray Service, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Leisure Palace, Lariat Lanes, Faith Lutheran Church, and Oahe Electric.
The 18-yard line, handoff for Lewis, left side, cuts it back, middle of the field, 10-5, touchdown, Governors! Trey Lewis, there's your touchdown. 7:29 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Govs are back on top, 20-14.
Governor playoff action is also brought to you by the Clubhouse Hotel and Suites, Graham Tire, Country Carpet and Flooring, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, and Ferding Electric.
Pinos will take the snap, he'll take the knee, and for the 6th straight year, as they beat the T-Area Titans 35-20, 6 consecutive titles, tying the all-time record in South Dakota history for consecutive titles here in the state.
And now to the call of the game with the voice of the Govs, award-winning KCCR Sports Director, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you, good afternoon as we welcome you here to Hollister Field as the 11AA playoffs begin for the Pierre Governors and the Spearfish Spartans. A game that was scheduled to be played yesterday at 7 o'clock, but instead now playing here at 5 o'clock this evening as the game postponed. One of 3 games overall in the playoffs. And Mendel, that poses a problem in itself. Didn't get a chance to really talk to Steele, and when you hear the pregame interview, we had chatted earlier in the week, so it was before we realized that the game was going to be postponed. But it posed a little bit of an issue because you get up Thursday morning, getting ready to go, ready to do your routine. You start to do your routine until about 10 o'clock, and then all of a sudden you have to turn the switch back off. And then you got to turn the switch back on when you wake up again this morning and do 2 days in a row of trying to get ready for a game. And for football, you don't play 2 games in a week. It's hard to do something like that. So there's a little bit of a challenge already for both these teams to be ready to go here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I think I don't know exactly when they got the word they were going to postpone it, but Spearfish had to get up early, or had to get up and think about travel and things like that. So I don't know what they were able to do yesterday. I don't think Pierre did too much. They had a walkthrough this morning and tried to make it as normal as possible. You think back, we had a game earlier this year that was postponed started early and then started late and things like that. So just a lot of challenges and all those things, but something that the players adjusted real well to the first time, and I think it's the playoffs. I think they'll be ready to go tonight.
Well, and the other challenge that is posed to this issue is there's snow on the field, which is what every kid dreams about, is being able to play, whether you're in your backyard, playing with your family, or playing with your friends, playing in the snow, playing football in the snow is what you dream about. Some organized football playing in the snow. They get to do that opportunity. Not a whole lot of snow, but the footing, the being able to get your footing, to make those jab steps is going to be much, much tougher tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a challenge for the people that are in space and things like that. A challenge for the linemen to really get anchored and get a good push. And there's not a lot of snow, but there's definitely enough to affect the footing.
And of course, though, it is the playoffs, as you mentioned, too, that there's not much, if there's going to be changes, I don't think that's really going to affect the mindset of these two teams, because once the playoffs are here, the excitement is around all the way around the football field, but between these two teams, and obviously Spearfish looking for that big upset of 8-1, and the Pierre Governors, they want to handle business, and this is the time of the year that you look forward to because they're trying to make history and be the 7th straight state champion. Yeah,
exactly. It's time. I think Steele said it best. It's time to the real games start now, and it's time to get to work and focus on what's ahead. One of the biggest impacts, maybe more even so than the field, is just with the 5 o'clock start and the weather. Maybe the fans won't be as many here as there would normally be, and things like that. So it may feel a little quieter to the players.
Well, and hopefully the businesses let you out a little bit early to get here for a 5 o'clock kickoff. And of course, we got you covered though if you can with here on KCCR, and also available watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So let's take our first break here at the pregame show, and when we come back, we'll have our conversation with our coaches. We're first talk with Coach Waitman of Spearfish, and then talk with Coach Steve Steele of the Pierre Governor. So we'll return in 3 minutes as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit capitalcityfordtoyota.com.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
At Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical LLC in Oneida, we are all about guaranteeing that our customers are as satisfied as they can be and improving their bottom line. Stop by or give us a call today at 605-258-2708 to see what we can do for you. Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical LLC for all of your agricultural needs this season.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent in your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierre say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and online and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Waitman here of the Spearfish Spartans as we now get set for the Friday evening game instead of the Thursday night game. And Coach, we get a chance to chat before this game and on a Thursday after all this has taken place. What now when you real quick about all this too, what does that do to help you guys prepare? How do you use this extra day now to your advantage? Because obviously the weather's not great for you guys, being the reason why we're not playing on Thursday. So how do you find a way to use this to your advantage?
Put more time in. We've talked about it all year. We can put more time in, watching film, another walkthrough. Just one more day of preparation for us due to the weather.
And again, Pierre Spearfish coming up, 5 o'clock kickoff here tonight, 4:30. We got on the air at 4:30, but a 5 o'clock kickoff coming up here from Hollister Field. Let's talk about your team at 4-5 coming in the season. What have you liked about what your team has been able to do here through the first 9 games?
Kids keep battling. Every week we come back and battle. We have great preparation weeks. We've got hit with a lot of adversity this year as far as injuries go, and it's the next guy up mentality. We, out of our 7 seniors, we got 3 of them playing right now, 3 or 4 of them playing right now. Other ones out with significant injuries. So those guys get an opportunity to lead from the sideline and not in pads, but they've done a phenomenal job with it. Our guys just keep working hard, and the next guy up is ready to go.
And that's going to be, tough, but fun to see too, with the future of what Spearfish football can be. With the fact that you've had some of especially your skill position players. Your quarterback's been down with an injury. Your receiver's been down with an injury. You've had a chance to see the future of Spearfish. And while there might be some growing pains this year with those guys that are filling those roles, there's still a lot to like about what Spearfish has.
Yes, those guys have stepped up and done a phenomenal job. We've asked them to do a lot of what we would like to install and work through a lot of what we take 2 or 3 years to get to. And our younger guys have stepped in and taken on full-heartedly. And our older guys that are still healthy have done a phenomenal job leading this thing.
So here tonight against this Pierre Governor team, what do you expect from this Governor team, both offensively and defensively?
Offensively, we know they're going to put the ball on the ground, run, then try to throw it over the top. And they got playmakers at every position, big and physical up front. We got to go through our assignments, make our reads, and then play confidently once we get those reads. On defense, we know that they're going to bring a lot at us. We got to have our eyes up, ready to go up front. And if we get an opportunity to make a play, we need to make it.
You can talk with Coach Waitman here of the Spearfish Spartans as they take on the Pierre Governors here this evening at 5 o'clock kickoff at Hollister Field. Get into the playoffs, you get a chance to win or go home now, and how exciting has that turn been after Thursday's game against Sturgis to then stretch your sights forward going into the playoffs against Pierre? Did you feel the excitement? Did you feel a different energy once the practice kind of got going, whether you took the day off Friday or not, or however you did it with that first practice after the Thursday game? Did the intensity and the environment kind of change a little bit now that you're in the playoffs?
Absolutely. It's playoff football. Records reset back to 0-0, and we're ready to go. It gives it a phenomenal job this week preparing. Energy was high. Small detail-oriented is what we talk about all the time, and that's what we got to do.
Well, coming up here tonight against Pierre, what's going to be the biggest reason for here the Spartans to get a win against the Governors and get that upset and advance to the semifinals?
We got to read our keys and be confident. Be confident in what we're doing. Play together, 11 on either side of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams. Be together and be confident.
Well, Coach, hey, I appreciate the time. Good talking to you. Safe travels here to Pierre here on the Friday, and good luck here tonight. And again, safe travels and good luck.
Thanks. Appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. That is Coach Waitman of the Spearfish Spartans, back in 3 minutes with more of the pregame show after this here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Oahe Electric delivers high-quality, low-cost electric service to their local member owners. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, they're committed to meeting the highest standards of customer satisfaction. Oahe Electric does business with accountability, integrity, innovation, and commitment to the community. As an electric co-op, they're part of America's most trusted network of high-quality energy providers. Oahe Electric, supporting local athletics.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Govs! AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Services, proud supporter of Pierre Governor football. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. Proud supporter of local sports.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring help you update your home or office with the latest fashion trends. With over 30 years of experience, we can help you find the right flooring or window treatments for your needs. Stop down to 414 East Sioux Avenue or call for an appointment at 224-9297 for your free consultation and estimate. Go Govs! Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Steve Steele here, the Pierre Governors. Playoffs begin tonight. Spearfish is your opponent to the 1-8 matchup, and it's got to be exciting. Kind of, not that you need to be revitalized by any means, but it's got to be a little bit refreshing when you get to work for this week, because it's a whole new season and it's 3 weeks now, and it's a race to the finish line.
Yeah, it's really exciting when you get to this point of the year, just again because everything resets and records are out the window and everything's out the window. You have to do what you have to do to get through that game, and I think that the teams really had that mentality this week in practice, and it's been a good week, and just got to cap it off with a win here and moving on.
Sturgis and Spearfish last week was determining on who was going to be the 1 or 2 seed between you and Yankton. So you already had a vested interest in it. Obviously, they were playing at the same time that you guys were, but you were able to go back and watch that film to see what Sturgis was able to do to get the win. So you kind of had the best of both worlds, that you're already interested in that game and starting to watch that film and then lead you into getting the game plan ready for this week.
Yeah, and it was a really good game. Spearfish was up at the half, and about midway through the third quarter, a couple of plays kind of swung the game in Sturgis's favor. And then, Spearfish just wasn't able to recover. But, all film that we, once we get to this point in the year, there's no 2 or 3 game or 4 game scouting. It's, you're going through their whole schedule. That's what you've got to do come playoff time. You don't want to miss something that was in an early game just because you didn't want to go back and watch it. So, everyone, the coaching staff, kids are putting in a ton of time, going through the whole season of these guys to make sure we're in the best possible spots tonight.
What have you seen differently from Spearfish that they've been on a 4-game losing streak? What was maybe changed a little bit, or what teams have been able to do to beat Spearfish, who's went 4-5 this year?
Yeah, I think there's a number of factors that go into that. I think they did lose their big receiver. Maybe mid-season, or I can't remember exactly when. Somewhere in that middle chunk of the season, they lost their number 1 receiver, and you could tell that hurt. Their quarterback missed a couple games, and those were very noticeable when he's not in there. They have a younger guy they'll put in there, and he's athletic and does stuff, but I think he's a freshman, and just again, it's not a position that you want to have to play a freshman. Ideally you don't want to play him at all, but you definitely don't want to have to play him at quarterback. I think those definitely play a role. I think they had some tougher teams in the second half of their schedule, which played a role. But I said when they're playing and their best and they're firing on all cylinders offensively, throwing the ball around, they're pretty dangerous.
What do you guys need to do defensively to not let them get on firing all cylinders?
Yeah, our coverage has to be very good. Again, I think our D-line should have a good day. Hopefully being able to, we feel like that's a favorable matchup for us up front. But we've got to make sure that we're covering, and we've got to make sure our eyes don't lose the quarterback. Again, he's a pretty good athlete back there and finds a way to make things happen with his legs.
Weather-wise, 2 weeks ago against T, you had everything go wrong. It's not going to be the best weather, but as long as the wind's not blowing like it was in T, and you get the rain on top of it, or maybe a mixture of snow in there, the weather probably doesn't play a factor. That night it did, just because there was no way around it. On a night like this, maybe it doesn't cause as much factor as what 2 weeks ago did.
Yeah, and you get into playoff time, and there's nothing granted. We've had snow by now on some years. We've had way below zero by now some years, and we've had perfect, beautiful weather some years. You have to be ready for anything come playoff time. And, I think the one saving grace is, even if things do turn ugly in terms of the weather, Spearfish is a team that also likes to throw the ball. So it would affect them pretty equally in the sense that it would affect us too.
Again, going in here tonight in the playoffs, chance, how's everybody doing with the injury-wise, as we're now into the 10th game of the season of the potential 12?
Yeah, I think everybody, again, no one's really 100% at this point in the year. Everyone's kind of banged up, but we'll have everybody available tonight. I think that's kind of where we're at, is everyone's available, and you're hoping that you're doing well enough to be in a position to get some extra rest and steal some rest for those guys. But ultimately, whatever it takes to win is what's going to need to happen.
Well, you're 3 wins away from a state championship, and you've talked about at the beginning of the season. I even mentioned it last week in the post-game show, that you're looking to be the Mountain, looking to be that 7-time straight state champion, and no other team has been able to do that. But you're as close as you can possibly be right now, because the playoffs are beginning compared to where you were at the beginning of the season. But taking that first step, and how important is that first step now in the playoffs, that you can't look past this game, can't look past, like, hey, we're almost to the Dome, we're almost there. How do you make sure that guys aren't looking past each step to get to that point?
Yeah, we had a very good conversation, on our day off last week, Friday, after the game, of everything that we've talked about thus far was about growth and potential and kind of doing what we needed to do to get better. And we talk now, we need a week of perfection. And then when this week's done, we do it when we get another week of perfection. And then when we do that, if we're lucky enough, we get another week of perfection. The time for making mistakes is over. The time for growth is over. Right now it's whatever you got to do to survive and advance, and I think that's been the factor of the conversation this week, and the team's really bought into that, and they're preparing that way, and they're ready to go that way today.
And obviously 8-1, there's a lot of good that has happened over the season, but what's been the most impressive thing about the growth of this team to this point?
I think the fun part of this season has been the completeness of this team. I think you've seen all 3 facets of the game, not even just excel, but I'd argue, lead the team or carry the team at moments. I think our offense has had to step up in some games. Our defense has had to step up in a lot of games, and our special teams has stepped up in games as well. And I think that, having all 3 facets be a threat to really keep the team in the game or take over a game is something that we haven't always had, and certainly something that should hopefully pay benefits this season.
And here again tonight against Spearfish, what's going to be the biggest reason the Governors take that first step here in the playoffs and get the win?
Tonight it's going to be the line of scrimmage offensively, being able to move that in our direction, and then defensively it's just going to be covering the guys up. If we can keep them covered, I don't know that they're going to have a ton of success running.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time as always. Talk to you in the post-game show. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, John.
Back with more of the pregame show next here in 3 minutes on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Oahe Grain in Oneida has been doing business with you, the producer, since 1954. They're one of the largest privately owned elevators in central South Dakota. Their friendly and knowledgeable team of employees is there for you. With 220-foot truck scales and 5 dump pits, they're sure to get you back to the farm quickly. They also have a 110-car shuttle loading facility and have 2 grain dryers to help serve you in all your grain handling needs. Call Oahe Grain Corporation in Oneida at 258-2811 or check them out at oahegraincorp.com. Grain is their middle name. VentureFiberNow.com is back in 2020 to serve rural Hughes County with fiber Wi-Fi to your home. If you live in rural Hughes County and were not included in the Fiber to the Home project last year, here is your chance. VentureFiberNow.com is back and ready to connect you to fiber to receive high-speed Wi-Fi internet. It is simple to sign up. Go to VentureFiberNow.com and put in your zip code and address and choose your internet package. This gets the ball rolling and you'll be able to take the first step in getting connected to the fastest internet there is with VentureFiberNow.com.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Koenig of Oneida, Pierre, and Winter has provided our services to growers of South Dakota for over 50 years. We focus on providing our customers with the products, services, and attention to detail that each farmer needs to succeed. For your individual needs of custom spraying, liquid or dry fertilizer, chemical, soil sampling, seed sales, and treating, stop in and see us at Koenig with offices located in Oneida, Pierre, and Winter.
Lariat Lanes in Pierre is the best place for great family activities. Bring the kids and friends for bumper bowling, twilight bowling, and a pot of gold. For great family fun, head over to Lariat Lanes. For more information, call Lariat Lanes at 224-1020 or stop by 108 North Garfield in Pierre. That's 224-1020 or stop by 108 North Garfield in Pierre. Lariat Lanes, a proud sponsor of Governor Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota. Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping is who you should call as we enter the fall season. They can make sure your lawn makes it through the tough South Dakota winters. They can help with the fall cleanup, winterize that sprinkler system so that it can be ready to go in the spring. And once the snow starts to fly, they can help with that too. Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, helping customers year-round. Call Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. At Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical LLC in Oneida, we are all about guaranteeing that our customers are as satisfied as they can be and improving their bottom line. Stop by or give us a call today at 605-258-2708 to see what we can do for you. Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical LLC for all of your agricultural needs this season.
As we welcome you back here, we are getting set for the coin flip and just about set for kickoff as the Pierre Governors take on the Spearfish Spartans here this evening. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller as we're closing in at 5 o'clock, and you're listening to KCCR Pierre, as well as also we welcome in those from the Spearfish area and KDSJ as we are on the air as well over there and KDSJ. So we are excited to bring you playoff football. The snow is starting to come off the field a little bit, but as we see right now, Mendel, there's still some of that snow that'll hang around, and it's going to make that footing just a little bit difficult here tonight.
Yeah, it sure is, especially along the edges of the field where the receivers and the corners and stuff like that. Typically that benefits the receivers because they know where they're going and the defensive backs don't, but it'll certainly impact both ways.
Did not see who looks like maybe Pierre will have the ball to start. as they are getting that kick return team out right now. So the Governors will get the ball to kick things off here this evening. And glad you're with us. 5 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Mountain Time for kickoff as the Governors are looking for an unprecedented 7th straight state title. West Central won 6 back in the early 2000s. Governors have won 6 in a row right now, and they are just 3 wins away, one playoff year away from breaking that record. And here 3 wins away, and it starts tonight. They got to get past Spearfish first, and the Spartans, who are at 4-5 this year, struggled down the stretch at the end of the season. But as Coach Wademan said too, it's a new season. Records are out the window. This is 0-0 for both these teams, and all that matters right now is going 1-0 tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It is a new season. It's a new start. It doesn't matter what you did in your last 9 games. If you go out and a team gets hot, we've seen it in every sport. A team gets hot at the end of the year and playoffs and goes out and does a really good job. So focus on the task at hand, take it one at a time, and hopefully get a good start tonight for the Govs.
Sam Marcus will kick things off for the Spearfish Spartans. We're going to try and make sure we get those yard markers as close as we can. They did to blow off the hash marks to try and make it a little bit easier to see, but it's still going to be pretty tough. But Marcus will kick this one away, and we are underway here in the first round of the 11AA playoffs as Trey Lewis will take it around the 10-yard line. He's in the middle of the field, right up the middle. He's out to the 30, to the 45, to the 50-yard line. There goes Trey Lewis. The opening kickoff's going to go back another 90 yards. He got tripped up and didn't get all the way there. A touchdown-saving tackle by Sam Marcus. He was able to stay to keep Trey Lewis out of the end zone, and the Governors will get the ball, though inside the 10-yard line. And what a touchdown-saving tackle by the kicker.
Exactly, and that's a 200-pound kicker that lays out full length, catches a heel, and saves the touchdown. So great effort by that kid.
And they give a sideline warning to one of those teams. I don't know if it was, most likely probably would have been Pierre, them getting a little bit excited. 15 seconds in, but it is 1st and goal, I believe, from around the 8-yard line or so. We're going to call it the 8-yard line. But it is 1st and goal to kick things off. The Pierre Governors are looking to take an early lead over the Spearfish Spartans.
I think you saw on the field already impact that kick return because the coverage team for Spearfish were hauling down there, but then they couldn't go laterally.
Yeah, exactly. And as Trey Lewis just went straight up the middle, he had that big hole as Lewis will get the handoff here on 1st and goal from the 8. He's not going to get on that first run, maybe a gain of a couple here. And they'll bring up 2nd down, and I would say about maybe 5. 2nd and goal from around the 6. Going to be a gain of 2. It's going to be really hard. These stats are going to be really difficult to try and tell you fully on exactly what happened. But somewhere around the 6-7 yard line here for the Pierre Governors. 2nd and goal here for Pierre. Pistol formation for Cade Kaiser, the starting quarterback. Trey Lewis, the starter in the backfield for this Governor team. Lewis will get the handoff again, and he tries to make his way forward. He somehow slipped through that first initial tackler. As that was trying to make the tackle was number 34 in David Doran, and Lewis was able to slip past it, and that was 3rd and goal. And the Spartans are trying to make a goal line stand here. A gain of about 3 to make it 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, pretty simple there on the first 2 plays. Just runs right up the middle, and Spearfish is able to close it down and get a lot of bodies to the ball.
First minute gone by. Governors 3rd and goal from the 3. Kaiser, option play for Lewis. He keeps it. He's wrapped up trying to dive that football to the goal line. It almost came out right towards the end, and now it's 4th and goal. And the Governors got down to the 1-yard line, so now we're going to bring in Evan Anderson, Chance Sarda, Lucas Chamberlain to all check in. And we're going to get that big unit out for the Governors. So trying to add a little bit more, and Jed Zabel's the quarterback, so that old Texas 18-wheeler type formation, it's going to be now Jed Zabel to take the direct snap. Kaiser split out wide the left side, the lone receiver, trying to go up the middle, but Zabel cuts to his left, and he walks it in untouched, and the Governors score first. 10-15 to go. Pierce up 6-0.
Yeah, the left side of the line just collapsed down. Obviously, Spearfish looking at the middle of the field, and Zabel walks in, literally walks in the left side.
So an 8-yard drive that took all 4 plays and a 1-yard touchdown run for Jet Zabel. And the Governors strike first. And now Ryan Berry on for the extra point to try and give the Govs a 7-0 advantage here with 10:15 to go in the first quarter. The extra point held by Cade Kaiser. The kick is up, and that is going to be straight through the uprights. A 7-0 lead for the Governors here with 10:15 to go in the first quarter. You listen to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR, on a KDSJ, and as well as also watch it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission driven to provide affordable, high quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors had a quick 4-play drive that went 8 yards, and they score first on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. So they have a 7-0 advantage over the Spearfish Spartans, as George Stalley will be the one to kick this one away. A couple different Governors have had kickoffs with Jed Zabel. Marina Sargent had been the mostly doing the kickings for the Governors, and now George Stalley will kick that one for the Govs, and that will be returned out to around the 32-yard line or so, and that's where Spearfish will have its first drive of the ball game with 10:09 left to go here in the first quarter. And Seth Hamilton, their quarterback, who can do it all for this Spearfish team. He has rushed for 48 yards and 83 carries, not a whole lot of yards, but he has thrown for 2,638 yards this year, which is actually more than what Cade Kaiser has thrown so far coming into this game. And he will start in the shotgun formation. High snap, he taps it to himself. He's able to pick it up. He slews one tackler, but he is going to be dropped for a sack as the snap went way too high and ends up being finished off by Grayson Schetzel. And Hamilton drops all the way back inside the 25-yard line, and that's not the good first play that Spearfish was hoping to have.
No, exactly, and he was lucky to get a hand on that snap. It was a foot or so over his head, and he was able to bat it up in the air and then collect it, but then there was 3 Governors waiting for him when he got it.
So now it's 2nd and 18 from the 25-yard line with 9:30 left to go here in the first quarter. 2 men in the backfield along with Hamilton. They will split a guy out towards the left side of the line. Now he'll move to the right side of the line. That is going to be Evan Wilson. And then the snap almost went too high up again. The handoff will be straight up the middle and trying to get themselves back for it. A flag will come in. Maybe a little bit of a face match potentially could be drawn, as it was Graham Hughes that got the first carry of the day for the Spearfish Spartans. We'll hear maybe the call from the official. See if his mic is working okay. So no number given, but it is a 15-yard penalty, and it's going to be a first down now here for the Spearfish Spartans. And that first play for Spearfish is now quickly wiped away with the penalty against the Governors.
Yeah, gets them out of a hole, gets them to the 45, gives them field position, and now the defense has got to dig in.
Picked up about 8 yards at Hughes on that first run of the game for him. Shotgun formation again here for Hamilton. They're going to look to pass as he rolls to his right, still rolling. Now he's going to try and run. He's going to pick up maybe a couple positive yards before he runs out of bounds. Grayson Schetzel tried to chase him out of bounds. And a gain of about 3, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7, just near the 50-yard line at the 47 right now.
You really notice the athletes kind of shorter strides and things like that, trying to keep their footing, even though the snow is starting to go away just from the activities on the field. You can tell it's still slippery out there.
So 2nd and 7 here from 8:54 to go in the first quarter from the 47-yard line. Moving from left to right in Spearfish territory right now. The Spartans with 3 receivers out left side. Hamilton the shotgun. He'll move Hughes to his right, as the handoff will go to Hughes, trying to split out left side outside the tackle, and the Governors get to him first. and it's going to be Titan Winkler that'll get in the backfield, and Winkler's able to get a big loss for Hughes, and a big third down now here for the Spearfish Spartans early on the first quarter.
Yeah, nice play there. It looks like Pierre kind of manned up across the field and had a lot of guys up along the line of scrimmage.
So loss of 4 for Hughes, and it's third down and long. So third and long for Spearfish with 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. Hamilton back to pass. His first pass of the day is going to be caught. It's going to be caught by number 4 in Dylan Doran. But he's short of the sticks. He's going to be about 3 yards short to the 47-yard line in Pierre Governor territory. And it looks like Spearfish is going to go for it here.
Yeah, probably, get some momentum and things like that. Nothing to lose here. It's a makeable distance, even though the yard marker is saying first down now. Yep, fourth down.
Make sure that was right. Yeah, 4th down and 3, gain of 9 on that first throw and catch from Hamilton to Doran. Have to get to the 45-yard line to the Spearfish Spartans, just right around the 45-yard line.
They may be trying to draw them offside. Yeah,
the Governors didn't bite. They will take a timeout, and you would think here, even though I know it's 7:32 to go in the first quarter, Mendel, you got to think that this is a spot past midfield, 4th and 3. Yes, I know it's early, but against the number 1 team, you probably never want to punt the ball if you don't have to, and this is a spot where you don't really have to punt it away.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're going to upset Pierre as an 8 seed, you're going to have to make some plays, and 4th and 3 is not overwhelming odds against you, so I think that Spearfish should probably be smart here to try it.
So after coming out of the timeout, the Governors' defense will look for that first defensive stop of the ball game. We are just one of 3 games to be played here today. The other 2 will start at 6 o'clock as Lincoln will host Sturgis in 11 AAA. That's the 1-8 matchup, and the 3-seed T area with more importance to the Pierre Governors, the 11 AA game, T area, the 3-seed hosting the 6-seed Sturgis. The only 3 games that were postponed, and all 3 will be played. We're the first of the 3 to get started. Of course, for those listening on KDSJ out in the Black Hills, it's going to be a 5 o'clock Mountain Time start, 6 o'clock Central Time for those games out east in Sioux Falls area. Now they come out in punt formation, so unless they're looking for a fake here on 4th and 3, Spearfish will punt the ball away as Marcus is able to get a nice punt. It's going to roll its way, though, into the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the Governors will take over at their own 20-yard line.
By number 77, Samuel Marcus rolls all the way into the
Marcus has got a pretty good leg. While the Governors were able to take it about, almost 90 yards, it was ended up being 82 yards on the kickoff. The Marcus, he'd probably like it back to try and pin him back deep, but not a pretty good leg for Sam Marcus.
Yeah, exactly. And he does have a little wind behind him. What there is at his back. So just had a little bit too much roll there, and Pierre gets it at the 20.
So the Governors now take over their own 20-yard line, have to go 80 yards instead of the 8 yards that they had to go on that first drive. 7:25 to go here in the first quarter. Kate Kaiser will split out Zabel wide on the left side. Empty backfield. Kaiser looking to pass. He's looking for the home run ball against Zabel. Jump ball, and the catch is going to be made by Zabel. He's out of midfield, stiff arms the man, and it takes 2 Spearfish Spartans to get him out of bounds. He stiff armed Graham Hughes right out of play into the Pierre Governor bench sideline. This is a 30-yard gain for Jed Zabel on his first catch and throw from Kate Kaiser.
Yeah, that's a tough ask there. You got a freshman corner that's 5'8", going up against Jet Zabel, who's 6'5", and going to play college football next year. So definitely a mismatch there, and Kaiser just threw it up and let him go get it.
3 receivers out right side as Kaiser now will take it straight up the middle of the field to the left side in a designed run, and he'll get past the 45-yard line to around the 44, a gain of about 6, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4 here for the Governors.
2nd and 4 for the Green Machine.
He was coming up there and making a tackle. There's a reason he's playing as a freshman. He's probably a pretty good player.
So 2nd down and 4 here from the 44-yard line. 6:47 left to go here. Kaiser drops back to pass, looking to throw down the field, looking for George Stalley. He'll make the catch. He's out of the 5. He's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Governors are up 13-0 with 6:34 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, great adjustment there by Stalley. He's looking over his left shoulder. The pass is a little bit more on the right side. He turns himself around, makes a good athletic play, hauls it in, avoids the referee, and walks into the end zone.
So Ryan Berry back off the extra point, a 44-yard throw and catch for Kate Kaiser to George Stalley. And the Governors are quickly up 13-0 right now. And it will be Berry on for the extra point to try and make it a 14-0 ball game here in the first quarter with 6:34 to go. Kate Kaiser will hold. The snap is good. The kick from Berry is up, and that is going to be good. 14-0 lead for the Governors here in the first quarter with 6:34 to go in the first. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR, on KDSJ, and also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684. As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors are up 14-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. With Mendel Miller, with Jen Hanna back at the station. Mendel Miller to my left, John Winkler here on this Friday evening now. And we're glad you're with us here on KCCR as George Stalley in on KDSJ. As Stalley will have a shorter kick picked up on the run. And Spearfish will return it out to around the 30-yard line. That's what will take over on their second drive. It was a 3-play, 80-yard drive for the Governors. 2 home run passes for Kate Kaiser, 1 to Jed Zabel of 30 yards, and George Stalley of 44 yards. And Pierre is up 14-0 here early on.
Yeah, good look good there. Cade throwing into the wind a little bit, but both throws really right on target, and receivers going up with cold weather and making plays.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. With the 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. Hamilton handoff up the middle as the Governors, and for Graham Hughes, just bouncing off of Governor players, and a gain of a couple out to around the 34-yard line. And so a gain of 2 for Hughes. He's up to 6 yards, and overall they've got 10 yards of offense to the Spearfish Spartans outside of that 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, up here looked like they sent a blitz off the right side there, and there's traffic in the backfield right away. He made a couple guys miss in order to get those 2 yards.
So now 2nd down and 8 from the 34-yard line with 5:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Pistol formation, this actually shotgun formation still here for Hamilton. As he'll drop back to pass, he's rolling to his right. Everybody coming here looking to try and get Hamilton, but he's able to sidestep around, and it's going to be a gain of a couple. He got around Grayson Schetzel, and Lucas Chamberlain had to be the one to bring him in, and that's where the footing in a normal night where there's no, even if it's just rain, Schetzel probably makes that tackle, but that snow is a big difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a confidence thing. They're not feeling their feet underneath of them very steady, and it's just if you're tentative, you're going to get beat.
So now it's 3rd down and 6 from the 36 with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Governors lead at 14-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Shotgun formation here for Hamilton. Blitz coming, looking for the screen pass, and it's going to be dropped as the hit came from Lucas Chamberlain right on the pass attempt to Hughes, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and that's going to bring out the punting unit here for the Spearfish Spartans.
Really well read there by Chamberlain, cutting through the line and making that play. That was going nowhere, even if he holds onto the ball.
So it is going to be 4th down now from the 36-yard line. 4th and 6, and Marcus is on to kick the ball away for the 3rd time. Second punt here upcoming from Marcus. With the spiraling kick, he's going to take a couple of hops. Lewis will bobble. He'll pick it up around the 24-yard line. Trying to tiptoe on the sideline, and he thought better of it. He's just going to go out of bounds, and he'll be right around the 35-yard line, right at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Governors will have their 3rd possession now, already up 14-0, and looking to add to it. And we'll have to go 65 yards to do so.
Yeah, nice play there by the Pierre special teams. Lewis fielded the ball so he doesn't lose field position by letting it roll, and then Eastland had a chance to make a block in the back and just held off and showed good restraint there. And you don't lose field position by making penalties either. So
1st and 10 for the 35, and for the Governors, especially 2 weeks ago. Well, 2 weeks ago there wasn't hardly any penalties because you couldn't hold anybody. You could barely block anybody either. As Kaiser have to step on the pocket, that blitz was coming. He's got a huge hole past midfield. He's at the 45 to the 40, and he's going to get a big gain on 1st down. Everybody came around the edges, and Kate Kaiser saw nothing but a lot of white and green in front of him. And he was able to get to the 43-yard line of Spearfish and a big 1st down run.
Yeah, I think that was designed play, or a pass play. And it just opened up so wide that Kaiser couldn't resist going up the middle, and probably on a dry field he scores.
He picks up 27 that time in his 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. As Kaiser looking over the top for Cooper Terwilliger, and that goes off his fingertips. And he just overthrows over the top of the 6'5 freshman. And it's his first incomplete pass. It's 2nd down and 10 now with 4:12 to go in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, definitely had him there. Didn't quite get enough air under it and let him run under it. But looks like, throwing into the wind there again. If it's gusty a little bit, it holds that ball up. If it's down a little bit, maybe you overshoot him.
2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Governors lead at 14-0. Pistol formation. Kaiser, a handoff here for Lewis. He gets a hold to the left side. He slips to the tackler. He stays on his feet. Marcus make that. Graham Hughes couldn't make the tackle. And it's going to be Dre Lewis for the 1st down as he's ended up picking up about 15, 16, 17 yards on that run for the Governors.
Good run there, and as we've seen all year from the Governor wide receivers, really good blocking on the perimeter, and that makes those wide runs go.
We'll call it gain of 13 for Lewis on that carry. And it's 1st and 10 for the 25-yard line. Play action. Kaiser rolling to his right. He's got Terwilliger. He floats it to him. The catch is made on the far side of the field. And Terwilliger getting near the 1st down marker. He's got a 1st down. A gain of about 12 for Cooper Terwilliger and his first catch of the afternoon or of the evening. And the Governors have another 1st down as they're inside the red zone now around the 13-yard line.
Get that play action going to the left side and then boot out to the right side. And Terwilliger wide open on about an 8-yard out.
86 yards passing so far here for Cade Kaiser. 3:50 left to go in the 1st quarter. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Kaiser will hand it off for Lewis. He's met in the backfield, and that time Marcus, the kicker, comes straight through. As Sam Marcus, the 5'11", 200-pound sophomore, he had nobody stopping him, and Lewis will lose about 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, definitely missed assignment there. Somebody up front. Don't have any video replay like we'd like to so they're going to remain nameless.
I feel like you're taking a dig at me right here, Menvo.
No, not at all.
2nd and 13 from the 17-yard line. Option play. Pitch will go to Trey Lewis. He's on the near side of the field. And again, Spearfish has done a good job of rallying the football. And the tackle made by number 22 in Lathan Lucas, along with Hunter Walters over there. And it's now 3rd down. And about 12, gain of 1 for Lewis on that carry.
Yeah, Spearfish done a really good job against that option, probably as good as any team has done so far. They've shut it down, both Kaiser keep and the pitch.
And then the Governors will pick up 5 yards as number 78 in Asher Peel will push down one of the offensive linemen, and Matthew Brewer, I believe it was, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, make it 3rd and about 7 here for the Governors. And now an opportunity for Pierre. Maybe they get another opportunity to get to Spearfish. What Pierre does so well is able to get these defensive linemen to jump. Every single week we see it once or twice. That the defensive linemen jump on every single team, regardless of if they're playing Brandon Valley, the 11 AAA team, or all the way down to the bottom of the AA standings.
Yeah, exactly. It's that hard clap, and you do it on one for 8-10 times in a row. On 2 works.
As Kaiser will keep a design running again. Sam Marcus was there, as well as also number 34 and David Doran, and Kaiser had nowhere to go. He might have even lost a yard, and it's going to be 4th down, and the Governors right around the 10-yard line. They're going to go for it with 2 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. They're trying to take a 3-touchdown lead. Even a field goal will give them a 3-score lead. but no gain, and it's 4th down and about 6 here for the Governors. Get it to around the 4-yard line or so. Kaiser looking to pass. He'll step up again in the pocket. He's rolling to his left. He's trying to keep the ball alive, but he fumbled the football. Spearfish will pick it up, and the Spartans will have themselves and an extra 15 yards on top of it, as it's going to be a late hit out of bounds. Number 22, and Lathan Lucas picked up the football, and Spearfish will take over. They've got good field position already without the penalty, but a 15-yard penalty will get them to around the 30-yard line now.
Yeah, that was going to be really close. I don't know that Cade had the first down yardage and struggling for that extra little bit. And
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm sorry, personal foul, late hit out of bounds against Pierre. That's first down.
So the extra 15 yards on top of that fumble recovery by Lathan Lucas, and Spearfish will take over and have even better field position. You know, if you don't pick it up, they still got to go about 90 yards. Now, when they get the football that way, and then you add a 15-yard penalty on it, all of a sudden that's a costly turnover for the Governors right now.
Yeah, exactly. Field position being important there.
Seth Hamilton will take the snap to his right. He'll hand it off, and boy, a big hit there from Chance Sarda on Hughes, and still a decent gain of about 3 to the 36-yard line, and a 2nd down and 7 now here for Spearfish.
Ball spotted at the 36.
And Hughes has been the feature tailback so far. He's gotten all 4 carries outside of Hamilton running with the football.
Yeah, Pierre's doing a good job of winning up front, and there's no clear running lane there.
Hamilton shotgun formation. He's got 2 guys in the backfield with him. A soft clap, and now a handoff. This time it's going to be to number 8, Evan Wilson. His first carry will pick up maybe about a yard to the 37, and we've got maybe one more play if the clock continues to roll. One more play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Pierre going to a 4-man line that time, and getting a few bodies up front. I think they feel that they can cover up the receivers pretty well, and want to make sure that Spearfish doesn't get a running game going.
30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 3rd and 6 from the 37. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Shotgun formation here for Hamilton. Spartans looking to pick up the first down. He'll roll to his left, looking to throw. He will throw the sticks, and that's going to be broken up by Carson Stosher. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He was looking for Dylan Doran, and it falls incomplete, and it's 4th down with 7 seconds to go, and Marcus will have to now end up bringing out the punting unit for the 3rd time in this ballgame.
Yeah, great play there by Stosher. Doesn't go through the receiver, uses his near hand to get around the receiver and knock that ball down. Doesn't try to do too much, just get it on the ground and keep it incomplete.
So the 7 seconds left to go. This should be the final play of this first quarter, as Marcus will get the snap and then looking for another good punt. He's got a booming leg. Lewis will pick it up around the 25-yard line. He stays on his feet, but he was pushed out of bounds by number 6 and Hunter Walters, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Pierre Governors lead at 14-0 at the end of 1 over the Spearfish Spartans. We will step aside for a minute, come back with the second quarter. Listen to Pierre Governor Football presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Back in a minute here on KCCR, KDSJ, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
As we welcome you back here to Hollister Field as we continue and move into the second quarter, Pierre Governors with a 14-0 lead on American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard with Jen Hanna back at the station, Mendo Miller, John Winkler here on this Friday evening now. Still Friday afternoon if you're listening on KDSJ. We're out in the Black Hills area with it being just over about 4:30 right now. Glad you're with us as this will be a toss play for Brock Mosier. It's a completed catch for Mosier as he gets to the near side, and then he is turned around a couple times, or turned around as he gets to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 8, and it's second down and a long 2 here for the Governors.
Yeah, nice run there, and again, that perimeter blocking. Stolle on the outside. I think it was Zabel out there as well, leading him on the outside, sealing it in. Just excellent perimeter blocking from Pierre and the wide receivers.
Pistol formation here, second and long 2 as Lewis will get the handoff. He gets cross midfield. He's got a first down. He'll pick up about 5 yards, and the Governors have a first down now in Spearfish territory.
That time the offensive line doing the work and moving the line of scrimmage about 3 or 4 yards. Lewis had 5 before he ever got touched.
So it is a first and 10 from the 49-yard line. Governors lead at 14-0. About a minute gone by here in the second quarter. Winner will take on Watertown. We do know that the Governors or Spartans will take on the Watertown Arrows next week after they beat Aberdeen Central 42-17. As Lewis will get to around the 45-yard line, stays on his feet, somehow is able to carry that pile forward to the 44, a gain of 5 again for Lewis, and it's first to make that second and 5 here for the Governors from the 44.
So you always want to talk about yards after contact, and all those yards were yards after contact. Lewis was met right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a yard back, and just like you said, the pile just moved forward. He's tough to bring down.
One of Blake Dean's favorite phrases, all the yak that he gets. There's pistol formation, second and 5 from the 44-yard line. Play action. Kaiser rolling to his right. Is able to make the catch in the first down on the near sideline. Stays inbound as he is tackled inside the 40 to around the 36-yard line. And a gain of about 8 for the Governors. And his first and 10, making a gain of 7 here for Zabel. And his first and 10 for Pierre.
Yeah, going back to that previous thought, you know, there's yards after contact and yak, and then there's Trey Lewis yak. And he's got contact on his entire body, and he's still making yards. So there's a difference in quality of yak there.
First and 10 with 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Governors lead at 14-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Shotgun formation as the handoff this time for number 32, Trevor Rounds, as he'll get a first down. Rounds to the 25-yard line, a gain of about 12 for Rounds in his first run. And again, with Brock Mosier, probably going to be limited again here a little bit this week. He's got that turf toe issue. And you would expect, as long as the Governors are able to hold on here in this game, that his usage will go up a little bit more as we get into next week Friday. As Rounds will get the handoff again, he'll try and cut it back. As you can see that footing for Rounds, just trying to find any way to get that step and move forward. He'll still pick up 5 yards to the 20, and it's second and 5 again here for the Governors.
Yeah, good run there. And again, we'll throw out another perimeter blocker. Keenan Scott doing a great job picking up a blitzer and giving Rounds room to even get started.
9:05 left to go here in the first half. Second and 5 from the 20-yard line. Stalli's the lone receiver on the left side. Kaiser will keep it this time. He cuts in the 50, the 10. He's got a touchdown, but there is a flag that is thrown. And so there is not much celebration for the Pierre Governors. Looking like there's a holding call on one of those perimeter blockers for the Governors.
That's the way it goes, right?
And they got Cooper Twilliger on the hold. They initially pointed the hold to the defense, but it is a hold on the offense, and Cooper Twilliger now back him up 10 yards. And where the hold took place is now actually only going to be second and 11 here for the Governors instead of second and 15.
Yeah, that's what happens. The announcers start bragging on somebody, and then they go out and hold and make us look bad. So, Cooper, that's on you.
You're a true announcer when you get the announcer's curse. Basketball, it's always the free throws. Baseball, it's usually end up being a strikeout or something. Kaiser will roll to his right. The throw will be made by Cooper Twilliger. He tried to stiff arm a man. Then he is thrown down as he was stiff arming number 40 and Aiden Cracked. And Cracked was able then to officially make the tackle on Twilliger, but he got to the sticks, and they're waiting to see if it's going to be a first down or not. I think they're going to be maybe just short of the marker. Now the referee will go back over again and look at it.
They're on the 15, I would think.
Well, they're going to say he was just short, so a gain of 10 for Terwilliger. And it's going to be third down in a very short couple of inches here for Pierre. Maybe an inch.
Going to go Wildcat here again with Zabel as the quarterback, put the big linemen in, extra big bodies.
Evan Anderson and Chance Sarda. Now Lucas Chamberlain will get in to the ball game. Trying to see, well, still over 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Maybe they had to push the play clock back up. Now the 10 seconds to go on the play clock with 8:25 left to go here in the first half. Third and inches. Play clock under 5. Zabel gets the design run again. He's trying to win the race to the far side of the field. Stiff arm a man trying to stay in bounds. He throws down number 6, Hunter Walters, and he's going to get another for a first down. And he couldn't quite win the race all the way around the edge, but he made sure if he wasn't going to win the race, he was going to try and get that big stiff arm again.
Yeah, right. And the Spearfish players complaining he was grabbing his jersey. I don't think you can get called for holding when you have the ball.
Well, that first and goal for the 6-yard line here for the Governors as they look to try and take that 3-score lead now, 14-0. They fumbled the ball inside the 10-yard line on fourth down. Now they got first and goal from the 6. Mosier is the lone receiver out on the near side, and the Governors are going to get called for delay of game, although Coach Steele, I think, got the timeout before the delay of game. And it will be a timeout for the Governors with 8:22 left to go here in the first half. So Pierre still leading 14-0, but trying to get to that 3-touchdown lead. And, of course, you know, the biggest spot to be at once you start to get a comfortable lead with trying to get to the 35-point advantage, where we didn't see that in any of the 3 games yesterday, or the 2 games in 11AA, but the Governors who are trying to follow suit with a lot of number 1 seeds. Only Avon, the only number 1 seed in the quarterfinals that did not pitch a shutout yesterday. So the Govs don't want to be the second of potentially 3 teams of the 7 classes that didn't pitch a shutout.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, this time of year, limit those plays, get that lead, get the second team in there, and rest the starters a little bit, and, you know, keep everybody healthy for moving forward.
So coming out of the timeout, the Governors have first and goal from the 6. 8:22 left to go here in the first half. Pierre took their first 2 possessions. It was a 4-play, 8-yard drive, then a 3-play, 80-yard drive. Mosier will go in motion. They'll fake the toss to him. Hand off for Lewis. He tried to stay on his feet. He dived for the end zone. He's in. He got undercut. He stayed up and then dove for the end zone. And Trey Lewis will get the rushing touchdown. The Governors lead at 20-0 with 8:15 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, good run there by Trey, and you called it exactly right. He got submarine down around the ankles and still managed to keep his balance and good forward lean, make that final dive and get it across the goal line.
So a 9-play, 65-yard drive for the Governors, and a 6-yard rush by Lewis. And Ryan Berry on for the extra point to try and make this a 21-0 lead. The kick will be up, and that will be through the uprights. 21-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. Governors lead it over Spearfish. Back in 30 seconds as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, here on KCCR, on KDSJ, and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
So after a 9-play, 65-yard drive, the Pierre Governors put another score on the board with a 6-yard touchdown run by Trey Lewis. And the Govs have a 21-0 lead over the Spearfish Spartans with still 8:15 to go in the first half. George Staley will kick this one away here again for the Governors, as this will be a line drive kick. It's going to be caught on a jumping grab, and the Spartans will get it to around the 26-yard line or so, as that was returned by Carson Sire. And it's 1st and 10 from around the 27 here for Spearfish. Not too many times where you see a guy have to jump to make the catch, but Staley put that on a line and kicked it hard too.
Yeah, especially when the guy receiving is about 6'3".
Yeah, he's listed at 6 foot tall. The freshman, he was not expected to maybe run that far in and still have to then jump for the football. But it is 1st and 10 from around the 27 here for the Spartans. Shotgun formation here for Hamilton. Spearfish is in need of a touchdown. Down by 21 right now, as Hughes will get the handoff. Elijah Bucci will get into the backfield, and he'll get the tackle for a loss, and a loss at 2. And it's 2nd down and 12 here for the Spartans. Elijah Bucci, who has lost his grandfather this week, and playing with a heavy heart, and we extend our condolences and thoughts and prayers to the Bucci family. And I don't think there's any young man that gets a chance to play football and honor his grandpa that he's not going to take that opportunity and gets a big tackle for loss on 1st and 10. Hamilton will roll to his right. Now he's going to throw down the field. He's got a man open, but the throw is going to be just short, and Spencer Easlin is able to use that tall frame that he has as it hits the back of his helmet, and it falls incomplete. So Spencer Easlin at 6'2". If he's about 5'11", that probably gets over the top of his head, and it's going to be a completed pass. And there's also a hold, though, on Spearfish. They are going to take the penalty as well, so they're going to back up the Spartans instead of making it 3rd and 12. Now they're going to decline the penalty to make it 3rd and 12. But either way, the catch would have been a good one and would have had to accept the penalty if it was completed. But now it's 3rd and 12 for Spearfish at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and Spencer did a good job there and not giving up on the play. He was beat, but didn't give up and showed some good closing speed there and kept it from being a big play for Spearfish. Of course, it would have come back, but still, he doesn't know that. It's a great play.
7:23 left to go here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 12 from the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. Hamilton will drop back to pass. He's actually going to roll to his right. Chamberlain chasing him. He'll throw as he was hit, and that's going to be incomplete. And the Governors are able to break up another pass. That one was going for Sire, and Spencer Schonsberg broke that one up, and it's 4th down for Spearfish, and the Spartans will have to punt the ball away again.
Ball falls incomplete, which will bring up
really good job by the Governor defensive backs here. We've got Schonsberg, we've got Eastland. I think Stosher had a break up earlier, so everybody's doing a good job of playing the ball, finding the ball, and covering the receivers.
So it is Sam Marcus that will be back deep again to receive the punt and kick this one away. Tyan Buss is the short man, and Lewis is the deep man. But that punt is blocked by Lucas Chamberlain. It's picked up by the Governors, and they will have it near 1st and goal again.
52, Lucas
Chamberlain will get the block punt. Titan Winkler will recover it, and the Governors are back in business to try and go by 4 scores with 7:10 to go in the first half.
Deep in Spartan territory.
He was really close on the last punt, and I think got surprised by how easily he got in. So this time he was a little bit more prepared, got his hands in the way, and got the big block.
So we'll be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Governors are inside the 10. Looking for a one-play drive right now. Kaiser will throw in the middle. The catch is made by Ty and Bus. He's got space to get to the corner of the end zone. He walks it in, and the Governors lead it 27-0 with 7:04 to go on a 10-yard touchdown throw from Kate Kaiser to Ty and Bus.
Yeah, really nice play there. Kaiser, I don't think that was the first read. I think Kaiser looked left first and then came back to Bus running underneath on a little under route, and the right side was cleared out, and Bus gets the head for the end zone.
So just a one-play drive, 10 yards, fifth different Governor to make a catch. And Kate Kaiser has thrown his second touchdown grab, this time for Ty and Bus, and the Govs an extra point away from going up 28-0. Barry is on for that extra point. That kick will be up, and that will be through the uprights. 28-0. Governors lead it with 7:04 to go here in the first half. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to KCCR. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford Lincoln and Toyota on KCCR, KDSJ, and also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
As we welcome you back here at Pierre Governors with the 28-0 lead, as it was a quick drive, just one play, when a 10-yard pass from Kate Kaiser to Ty and Bus, and the Governors now lead it 28-0 on the American Family Insurance. Brittany shuffle by the scoreboard. And Mendel, all of a sudden, the Governors are now one touchdown away from trying to put this thing to a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, you make mistakes against Pierre, and you're gonna have a tough time keeping it close. You know, the block punt, 10-yard drive, 82, 90-yard kickoff return, 8-yard drive.
George Stalley with the little pooch kick this time. It'll bounce a couple different times. Spearfish will still have to pick it up. Then the ball comes out, diving for the Governors, and the ball is still loose, and there's a big pile. It looks like maybe Spearfish. Nope, they did not get it. The Governors fall on top of it. As it's going to be for the Governors, number 29, and Max Hunsley that will fall on it. And the Govs will get the ball again inside the 20-yard line, right at the red zone. What a job. That's where it's a lot of fun. Whether you're sliding all over the ground, Max Hunsley comes away with it. That's one that is going to be remembered by the Hunsley family.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a couple different people had chances, and they slide past the ball and things like that. The advantage the Governors had is they had about 6 people there, and Spearfish had 1.
So now it is going to be Kate Kaiser that drops back to pass
wide
again.
open.
Looking for Cooper Twilger in the back of the end zone. The catch will be made. It's going to be incomplete, though. And both Twilger and as well as also Dylan Doran ran into the padding in the back of the end zone at the goalpost. And Twilger was out of bounds when he made the catch. And just the second incompletion from Kate Kaiser here this evening.
Yeah, Twilger won his route right off the line, but the throw took him deep into the end zone and just couldn't stay in bounds.
So now it's going to be second down and 10 here from the 20-yard line. Governors are trying to go up by 35 here with a touchdown and extra point. Kaiser will throw over the top, looking for Zabel over the top of Zabel. And it falls incomplete. Now it's third down and 10 quickly here for Pierre with 6:43 to go in the second quarter.
I think that might have been the same play they scored the touchdown on with Bus. Only this time Kaiser went the other direction to Zabel.
So now here, third and 10, 6:43 left to go in the first half. 2 receivers on the far side. George Stein, the lone receiver here on the near side. 2 tight end sets. And to the Governors, somebody jumped over here. It's an offside going to be against Spearfish.
Encroachment on the defense at the 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So a 5-yard penalty. That will give the Governors now a 3rd and 5 with 6:43 left to go here in the second quarter. Again, the Governors line up just like they were. With Staley, the lone receiver here on the near side. Bus is in the slots as this going to be a design run for Kaiser. He gets the 10 to the 5. He's going to walk it into the end zone for another touchdown. The Governors lead at 34-0 with 6:37 to go here in the first half.
Really nice patience there by Kaiser, letting the blocks form. He got through the line, and then Bus and Staley are out there leading the way. Got a good block on both the defensive backs, and Kaiser was able to split them and find the end zone.
It was a 3-play drive that ends up being a total of 20 yards, but a 15-yard run for Kaiser with the 5-yard penalty. And the only positive play that Pierre had was that 15-yard run for Kaiser. So now it's Ryan Berry to try and make it a 35-0 lead for the Governors. That kick is up, and that'll be good, and that'll make it 35-0. And the Govs are rolling here in the second quarter now. Still 6:37 left to go in the first half, but they lead at 35-0. Back in 30 seconds as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR and on YouTube. Make that also on KDSJ and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Terry and Peggy Barber with Brett Spray Service in Pierre and Oneida would like to wish the Pierre Governors good luck in tonight's game. Call Brett Spray Service today at 605-258-2743 for all your aerial application and retail chemical sales need. The Barbers would like to remind you what Henry Ford once said, that when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. 35-0 lead here for the Pierre Governors with still 6:37 left to go in the first half. George Staley will kick this one away. Governors recovered the kickoff after it bounced around a couple times. Spearfish trying to fall on top of this one, and it will be picked up by number 8 and Evan Wilson. Wilson had the ball the last time and fumbled it after he picked it up off the ground, and this time he just falls right on top of it, and Spearfish will take over at around the 28-yard line, 27-yard line here for Spearfish. We were gonna see if maybe that robot can paint through the snow, but I don't think they really needed any more white on the field. As long as we get some nice weather next week, Friday, and the Governors pick up this win, I think the field's going to hopefully look in still pretty good shape, as Hamilton will keep this one, and Hamilton will pick up about a yard on that option keeper. As for Seth Hamilton and for this Spearfish Spartan team, just not a whole lot of offense to show for right now. Got a total of 6 rushing yards, 9 passing yards, 15 yards in total here in the first half with 6:10 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Governor defense is taking everything away. Good penetration through the line, keeping the running back hemmed in, and then excellent coverage by the defensive backs.
So 2nd and 9 here for Spearfish from the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation. Hamilton will hand it off for Hughes, and as he'll try and get back to the line of scrimmage, he was met by the Governors and thrown down, and maybe a yard. And it'll be 3rd and 8. Lucas Chamberlain will pick up the tackle, and it's now 3rd down and 8 for Spearfish with 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. And the Spartans, if they want to try and get back in this ball game, they will receive the second half kickoff. Will Spearfish? They've got to find a way to put some points on the board. Not an easy task to try and come back from a 35-point deficit, but there's still 5 minutes left to go here in this second quarter, and it can't start unless you put some points on the board. Play clock down to 5. Now it's going to be down to 3. Hamilton will take the snap, but it's over the top of his head. He's going to go chase it down. He's able to pick it up. He's going to try and still scramble with it. He's out to the end zone, and then he's going to be thrown back. And now they got to see where the spot's at. Maybe at the 1-yard line or so is where he got taken down. Eventually got taken down by Grayson Schetzel. And I believe maybe the forward progress was stopped at around the 2-yard line. So it's going to be a long loss. Ends up being about a loss of 28. And there goes any positive yards that Spearfish had in this game. They've got negative yards now in this first half.
He's hurt.
Who do we have hurt?
I can't tell from they're helping him off. He was.
Yeah, it looks like Hamilton, the quarterback.
He was totally disoriented. He was leaning against the goalpost and really could barely stand up. So they're going to have to check him for a concussion.
And that's the quarterback, Hamilton. So that's not a good sign, as Marcus will have to kick it out of his own end zone, right back by the goal line. By the end of the goal line, Lewis will pick it up. He's going to run to the left side of the field. He's got a lot of space out there. Lewis, he's going to stiff arm a man trying to get to the 10-yard line before he eventually goes down. And a return of about 20 yards or so for Trey Lewis, and the Governors are right back in position to try and score again. 1st and 10 around the 12 with 4:10 remaining here in the half.
Ball spotted at the 13, 1st and 10, Governor ball.
So here is the Governors, a chance to go up by 40 points, 40-plus points in this first half. 1st and 10 from around the 12-yard line. Kaiser will drop back to pass. Twilliger will make the catch. He will be met by 2 different Spartans. And the tackle made by both Dylan Doran and Darren Crooks.
He's able to dive ahead for a gain of 5.
And about a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down and medium here for the Governors. 126 yards passing here for Cade Kaiser.
Brings up 2nd and 3 for the Green Machine.
The stats aren't going to be overwhelming for Pierre here, but basically because of the short fields.
Pistol formation. And Kaiser has a broken play. He's going to throw it for Zabel. He's going to back himself up. He stays on his feet. He able to stiff arm, stays again on his feet before he's thrown. Now, but he's in the end zone for a touchdown. And Zabel, who looked like he wasn't going to be able to even get positive yards, still gets a touchdown 6 yards out. And a broken play turns into a touchdown for the Governors.
Yeah, miscommunication between Kaiser and Lewis there in the backfield. The fake was not very effective when you're running on the wrong side of the ball, but doesn't matter. Zabel just overpowers a couple defensive backs and gets the ball across the goal line.
So a 2-play, 13-yard drive, and that 6-yard catch by Zabel. And the Govs have now taken a 41-point lead here in the second quarter. Ryan Berry on for the extra point to make it 42-0. That kick is up and good as well. 42-0 with 3:22 to go here in the first half. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota on KCCR, KDSJ, and also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
So 42-0 advantage here for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. George Staley will look to kick this one away again. 3:22 remaining in the first half, and Spearfish will have to score twice here in the remaining of this first half to try and keep that running clock from starting in that second half and running through the entire second half. This will be returned out to around the 30-yard line, staying on his feet. A nice return, as that was Vavruska that returns it out to the 36-yard line, and a good start here for the Spearfish Spartans.
Yeah, really nice return there, breaking a couple tackles and staying on his feet, kept his legs moving, and Pierre might have been trying to punch the ball out at one point, but he got a lot of yards after contact there.
So 1st and 10 from the 37 with 3:14 to go here in the first half, and Spearfish trying to find something. And they're going to have to, well, it looks like maybe Hamilton's going to stay in the ball game. Thought maybe that he was the guy that was hurt, but he seems to be okay. As Hamilton will get the handoff for Hughes, and he's got nowhere to go. Elijah Bucci got to in the backfield first, but it's going to be then Tyne Winkler and Evan Anderson both to make those tackles. And it's going to be a loss of 2. And it's 2nd down and 12.
We'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Spartans.
And Spearfish continues to go backwards here in this first half. Had just one first down. They got some help with the face mask penalty to get that first down. Otherwise, and even with the 15-yard penalty that you have on top of it, the offense doesn't have much of any positive yards at all, including that 15-yard penalty. Hamilton, another handoff here. Hughes was able to slip through. He gets back to that original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of about 4 to make it 3rd down and 8. And it's a long 3rd down here with 2:20 left to go in the first half. And usually this is the time when the Governors start using their 3 timeouts. They're down to 2 right now, but with the fact that they have a 42-0 lead, they're going to let the clock continue to bleed. Up by 6 touchdowns here in this first half. In shotgun formation here for the Spearfish Spartans. Dropping back to pass is Hamilton. He'll throw. That ball is going to be behind the intended receiver. And then Trey Lewis with a nice push, a big push on number 4, the intended receiver Dylan Doran, and brings up 4th down. And Mendo, you kind of held your breath there for a second. The way that push was, maybe it was going to be, you're hoping that it wasn't going to be flagged on that play.
Yeah, exactly. The receiver didn't contact the ball, and so that's when you always worry about if he contacts the ball, at least the defensive back can say, well, I thought he was making the catch, but if the pass is 2 or 3 yards wide of the receiver, you wonder about that contact.
1:48 still left to go here in the first half, and another punt here from the Spearfish Spartans. As the snap to Marcus, Chamberlain nearly got another block punt. Lewis will call for a fair catch, so he will make that around the 31-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 here for Pierre, and another punt. That's the 5th punt, make that the 6th punt from the Spearfish Spartans, with one being blocked as well.
Yeah, and I think you had it right. It'd be interesting at halftime to see what the yardages are, but 1 first down via penalty and probably negative total yards after that long, big sack the last time they had the ball. So Spearfish really has established no offense.
Starters remain in with 1:42 to go here in the first half. Kaiser will fake the pitch. He's going to take it to the nearest side. He's out to the 40 to the 45. He's at the 50-yard line. The ball, couldn't tell if that was the hood of the. Looked like he's wearing a little bit of a hoodie. It looked like that was coming free, but maybe it almost looked like the football was too. But a gain out to the Spearfish 47-yard line and a first down for the Governors.
I wouldn't doubt that they told Lewis to fair catch that ball so they could work on a little 2-minute drill here.
Yes, now a 22-yard rush and still 1:15 to go in this first half. Another broken play here. Lewis, maybe it will look more almost designed as Kaiser was held back on the back of his right shoulder, and Kaiser is able to still fall forward a little bit to gain about 5, and it's 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, that looked like the same play that they ran on Zabel's touchdown catch, where the running back's on the right side and Kaiser's holding the ball to the left side for the handoff.
So now 2nd down and 5 here from the 42 with 45 seconds remaining here in the half. Kaiser, play action. Now he'll step up. He avoids the sack. He's out to the 40. He couldn't stiff arm his man as that tackle would be made by Lathan Lucas. And he just picked up about 3 yards, and it's going to be a 3rd down and long 2 here for the Governors.
The Governors not calling timeout here. The clock's running on them.
Down to 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. Pistol formation again here on 3rd down. Kaiser drops back to pass. He's got Zabel open to make the catch as he'll get out to around the 26-yard line. A gain of 13, and it's 1st down for the Governors with now 12 seconds remaining.
Going to get lined up here. They're going to start the clock.
And, well, they can try and get another play off before the end of the first half. Kaiser will get one more snap. He's looking for the home run ball for Stalley here on the near side.
Oh, nice.
He's able to get the separation. He makes the catch. A touchdown for George Stalley. An incredible grab there from George Stalley. And the Govs lead it 48-0 on the final play of the first half.
Yeah, great catch there by Stalley. Held the defender off with his left arm and then gathered it in with the one hand on the right side. Pulled it into the body. Great catch.
That was an incredible grab there by, that's the That is a professional catch from a wide receiver for George Staley.
Yeah, you think about the conditions. It's cold, and that's about a 25, 30 yards in the air ball.
So Ryan Berry on for the extra points. That kick will be up, and that will be good, and it's 49-0 for the Pierre Governors at the end of the first half. A 49-point lead for the Govs.
49-0.
And they are all over Spearfish here in the first round of the 11AA playoffs. We will step aside for 3 minutes. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, also KDSJ. We'll back in 3 minutes for halftime stats. We'll tell you about scores from yesterday as well here in halftime. But back in 3 minutes here on as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. You're listening on KCCR and KDSJ, and also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
At Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical LLC in Oneida, we are all about guaranteeing that our customers are as satisfied as they can be and improving their bottom line. Stop by or give us a call today at 605-258-2708 to see what we can do for you. Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical LLC for all of your agricultural needs this season.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierre say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
As we welcome you back, here it is halftime. The Pierre Governors with a 49-0 lead over the Spearfish Spartans here in the first game of the 11AA playoffs. Governors will take on Watertown. The winner of this game will take on Watertown next week, Friday. The 4 seed, the Arrows, picked up the 42-17 win. Right now it's all Pierre. They're up 49-0, so it most likely will be here at Hollister Field next week to take on the Watertown Arrows. But let's go through some halftime stats. Pierre Governors had a total of 314 yards of offense with those 7 touchdowns that they scored. And Kate Kaiser throwing the football went 11 of 14 for 115 yards. Only 3 incompletions. He had 4 touchdown passes. He went 2 to George Staley. His 2 catches went for a 44-yard score and a 28-yard score. So he's got 72 yards receiving on 2 grabs. It was also a 4 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown for Jet Zabel. Cooper Twilliger's got 3 catches for 29 yards. Brock Mosier with a catch of 8 yards. And Tyan Buss with a catch of 10 yards, and that was a 10-yard touchdown grab. Kate Keisers ran the football 9 times for 80 yards and picked up a 15-yard touchdown. He also fumbled the ball, the only non-scoring drive for the Governors. Zabel with a 1-yard touchdown carry. He's got 10 yards on 2 grabs. Make that 2 carries. Lewis with 8 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. Trevor Rounds with 2 carries for 17 yards. Governors 175 yards on the ground, 139 yards through the air. Make that 175 yards through the air, 139 yards through the ground, and 314 yards of offense for the Pierre Governors. For the Spearfish Spartans, a total of negative 10 yards. 10 yards rushing for Graham Hughes on 8 carries, 1 yard for Wilson on a carry. It was Hamilton has rushed the ball 6 times, and he has lost 30 yards on those 6 carries because of the 28-yard loss on that sack that got him back to the 2-yard line. He's 1 for 6 for 9 yards. Doran's got the only catch for those 9 yards, so negative 10 yards in total for the Spearfish Spartans. And Mendel, this maybe not so much what we were expecting to see the score that way it is. We were expecting maybe the Governors to be able to roll a little bit, but a lot of disparity in the yards and the negative yards for Spearfish in the first half.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to get anything really going. They've definitely tried to establish a run game, but they're not able to handle Pierre's defensive line. They're getting penetration. The running back has to avoid people in the backfield, and then, of course, the linebackers are there to clean it up. And 1 for 6 passing, because I think of the 5 incompletions, at least 3 of them have been broken up by Pierre defensive backs. So, yeah, just a complete effort all the way across at all 3 levels for the Pierre defense.
Governors have a 49-0 lead at the break. We'll come back and tell you scores from across the state from yesterday, and if there's any scoring going on the first 10 minutes of the other 2 games that are scheduled to start here at 6 o'clock. We'll return in 3 minutes with more of the halftime show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Back in 3 minutes on KCCR, on KDSJ, as well as also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Oahe Electric delivers high-quality, low-cost electric service to their local member owners. As a Touchstone Energy cooperative, they're committed to meeting the highest standards of customer satisfaction. Oahe Electric does business with accountability, integrity, innovation, and commitment to the community. As an electric co-op, they're part of America's most trusted network of high-quality energy providers. Oahe Electric, supporting local athletics.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Capital City area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Govs! AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Services, proud supporter of Pierre Governor football. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. Proud supporter of local sports.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring help you update your home or office with the latest fashion trends. With over 30 years of experience, we can help you find the right flooring or window treatments for your needs. Stop down to 414 East Sioux Avenue or call for an appointment at 224-9297 for your free consultation and estimate. Go Govs! Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
As we welcome you back here, halftime continues as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota here on KCCR, KDSJ, and also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Been with the Jen Hanna back at the station, Mendel Miller, John Winkler here on this Friday evening now as we get in closer to sunset time, about another 20 minutes or so, 24 minutes till sunset. But we are one of 3 games going, and all 3 games do have scores, even though those games just started at 6 o'clock. T is... Actually, they're down right now, 7-6. Sturgis scored to take the 7-6 lead with 5 minutes to go in that first quarter, so they got going maybe a little bit earlier. And Sioux Falls Lincoln with a 14-0 lead over Rapid City Stevens. So T is looking for the upset over Sturgis, looking for the upset over T in advance to try and take on Yankton next week Friday. But we'll see if T is able to respond and still pick up a win. But overall, we go back to yesterday and those 2 games in 11AA. Watertown beat Aberdeen Central 42-17. That is a big win for Watertown, but then now they will take on what we assume will be the Pierre Governors, as long as that second half goes well for Pierre. Yankton beat Huron 17-0 in the other 11AA game. The 2-seed Yankton will be hosting the winner of T and Sturgis. In 11 AAA, Harrisburg beat Sioux Falls, Washington 42-7. Brandon Valley, we saw them here at Hollister Field this year. They beat Jefferson 41-21, and O'Gorman over Roosevelt 46-27. In Class A, and that was the only 2 classes that had any postponed games. Everybody else is in the semifinals from 11A down. Lennox, they upset Canton 28-22 on, I believe, the final play of the game to get the win. Sioux Falls Christian beat Dakota Valley 24-13. Del Rapids, the top seed, they shut out Madison 52-0. And it was West Central over Chamberlain, 45-13. In 11B, winner the top seed, winner fighting Nathan Nazes beats Aberdeen Roncalli 28-0. I know Nathan Naz is watching right now, and he was just waiting to hear that. The fighting Nathan Nazes with the 28-0 win over Aberdeen Roncalli. Rapid City Christian upset Dual 13-8. Hot Springs upset Sioux Valley 49-13. So Hot Springs will host Rapid City Christian next Friday in the 11B semifinals. Oak Point Jefferson will travel to winner with their win 14-7 over Tri-Valley. 9AA, Howard beat Elkton Lake Benton 28-8. Hamlin over Wall 28-7, defeating the defending 9AA state champions. Plaquemines, they're the 2 seed. They beat Marion Freeman Academy 34-6, and Parkson over Hanson 28-0 as the top seed with that shutout. Phillip, you heard that game on Country 95.3 last night. It was Phillip beating Chester area 46-15. They will host DeBrook area, who beat Alcester Hudson 14-10, upset the 2-seed Cubs 14-10. And so Phillip will host DeBrook area next Friday. You'll hear that on Country 95.3. Canastota, they had the most points in the quarterfinal round, 70-19 over Gregory. And Warner, they shut out Castlewood 56-0. And in 9B, the top seed Avon beat Hitchcock Tulare 38-14. DeSmet with a shutout over Gaveville Vollen 42-0. Faulkton area over Kadoka area 48-0. And Potter County, as they are looking to try and to get back to the state championship. They played a couple years ago in the state championship, lost in overtime. But they beat Corsica Stickney in the quarterfinals 24-20. So the Battlers with the upsets, and they will now travel to take on Faulkton area next week Friday in the 9B semifinals. So those are your scores from across the states, and we'll try and keep an eye on that Sturgis and T game, which is taking place right now with Sturgis leading 7-6, and that's the 11AA other quarterfinal matchup. But Mendel, going into the second half here, what's going to be the biggest reason, and what do the Governors need to do to finish off this win and make sure that they stay healthy, especially with the snow on the field, and trying to make sure guys stay healthy going into next Friday?
Yeah, I don't think you'll see probably too many starters out there for the rest of the second half. You're going to have run time, so you're going to already have limited plays anyway, so you just as well get those younger kids some snaps and get them some exposure on the field in the playoffs. I don't know even what to say, or what Steele says at halftime when you're out yarding them 317 to -10 and 49-0 on the board. It just, other than good first half, right?
Well, and it's going to be interesting because when we talk to Coach Steele in the postgame, that's going to be the one thing we're going to ask is, okay, what needs to be better for next week? What do you need to do better about next week? And now he did say, too, that after last week, it was no longer about getting better. It's about just doing what you have to do to get by and get through. Now, when you get through, then you're going to look at, well, okay, what needs to be better for next week if we want to win against now what will be Watertown. But we'll talk with Steele, and we'll hear what his initial thoughts are on the fact that the Governors would need to do this better in the next week, or what they didn't do well in this game that needs to be better in the next week. But the Governors do have a 49-0 lead at halftime. They are back on the field. Spearfish returning on the field as well. We'll return in 3 minutes with the second half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota on KCCR, KDSJ, and also watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Back in 3 minutes.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Oahe Grain in Oneida has been doing business with you, the producer, since 1954. They're one of the largest privately owned elevators in central South Dakota. Their friendly and knowledgeable team of employees is there for you. With 220-foot truck scales and 5 dump pits, they're sure to get you back to the farm quickly. They also have a 110-car shuttle loading facility and have 2 grain dryers to help serve you in all your grain handling needs. Call Oahe Grain Corporation in Oneida at 258-2811 or check them out at oahegraincorp.com. Grain is their middle name. VentureFiberNow.com is back in 2020 to serve rural Hughes County with fiber Wi-Fi to your home. If you live in rural Hughes County and were not included in the Fiber to the Home project last year, here is your chance. VentureFiberNow.com is back and ready to connect you to fiber to receive high-speed Wi-Fi internet. It is simple to sign up. Go to VentureFiberNow.com and put in your zip code and address and choose your internet package. This gets the ball rolling, and you'll be able to take the first step in getting connected to the fastest internet there is with VentureFiberNow.com.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Koenig of Oneida, Pierre, and Winter has provided our services to growers of South Dakota for over 50 years. We focus on providing our customers with the products, services, and attention to detail that each farmer needs to succeed. For your individual needs of custom spraying, liquid or dry fertilizer, chemical, soil sampling, seed sales, and treating, stop in and see us at Koenig with offices located in Oneida, Pierre, and Winter.
Lariat Lanes in Pierre is the best place for great family activities. Bring the kids and friends for bumper bowling, twilight bowling, and a pot of gold. For great family fun, head over to Lariat Lanes. For more information, call Lariat Lanes at 224-1020 or stop by 108 North Garfield in Pierre. That's 224-1020 or stop by 108 North Garfield in Pierre. Lariat Lanes, a proud sponsor of Governor Sports. As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors with a 49-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schiffelbein scoreboard. As we're just about set here for the second half, and we will kick away. The Governors will kick away to the Spearfish Spartans, but that running clock will start with here at it is nice 6:21 here in the evening, and we're into the second half. A little bit different of a Friday night football. It kind of feels a little bit more like the early August with the daylight, not the temperature. Clearly not the temperature at all, but it does feel a little bit more like a Friday night with the daylight, like we'd be back in August. And I know a lot of people are probably saying that too. Like, yeah, why not? Don't say that when there's snow on the ground. Everybody's bundled up in the stands. And got a few choice words said to me. But Brianna Sargent will kick this one away here for the Governors as the Spartans will come out from the huddle. And the Govs up 49-0. Don't want to put it in cruise control, but with that running clock, we'll be able to take a shorter victory. And the Govs will be on their way to the semifinal, but we still got another half of football left to go. Sargent with the kickoff, and he'll bounce in front of Hughes. He'll pick it up at the 30-yard line, able to make a stutter step and get to the 45-yard line. A good return there for Graham Hughes, and a good start as the Spearfish Spartans will have to try and get some points on the board here in this third quarter.
Boy, every kickoff return and receiving those kicks is just an adventure. That one, he was just battling it like a hockey goalie, trying to keep it in front of him. Looks like the entire second string defense is in.
So we'll try and get you names here for the Governors. Looks like a little bit of second string here for the Spartans as well. Well, maybe the Spartans will have that second string. It is Seth Hamilton that stays out on the field right now for the Spearfish Spartans. As that defensive line, it is helped by Case Schetzel, who is out there right now, as Hamilton will throw it. The catch will be made. That's the second completion out on that far side of the field. Trying to make that tackle. Eventually a flag will come in, but the tackle will be made by, well, I thought it was number 57, but there is no 57 on the sheet. It wouldn't have been 37.
It was 57.
It's going to be... As a Gilk maybe made the tackle, but it is going to be a block in the back that will drop them back, and it's going to be first down and 8. Made that first down and 9 here for Spearfish.
Got Buss in at one corner and Tyson Polson at the other corner. Schetzel's playing safety. Hudson Schaefer's playing safety. Rounds is the linebacker.
First and 9 from the 47. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers. Trips to the near side. As Hamilton will drop back to pass, he's going to look down the field looking for a home run ball, and it's going to be falling incomplete, but a flag will come in. 2 flags will fly, and it'll be a pass interference. And it will be Tyson Polston that will get called for that pass interference.
Yeah, just didn't get his head around. It's a real similar play to what we saw earlier in the first half, only he just didn't get his head around to locate the football.
A 15-yard penalty that will put Spearfish into Pierre Governor territory here quickly in this first possession of the second half. The clock stopped right now with 10:32 left to go, and now the clock will begin with the Spartans having it first and 10 from around the 38-yard line. 10:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Pistol formation here for the Spartans. We'll see if they continue to want to pass, but instead Hughes will get the handoff, and the tackle will be made by Trevor Rounds, as Hughes will pick up about a yard or 2. So again, just not a whole lot of positive yards. They've picked up just 3 positive yards with outside the penalty. They've got the 30 yards of penalties right now, but overall they would have in total 23 yards with those penalties, 7 yards of loss so far overall by the Spartans. With 9:40 left to go here in the third quarter, that clock will continue to run. Second down and 8 here for Spearfish. Shotgun formation. Man will go in motion. Hamilton will look to pass. He'll pump fake. Now he's going to try and tuck it and run. He's out on the nearest side. Hudson Schaefer will try and make the tackle. He'll wrap him up, but he's going to have enough for a first down. Schaefer continued to stay with his man trying to defend the pass, but Hamilton will pick up a couple of yards for a first down.
Looked like Keenan Scott playing defensive end there, had to contain and then lost his footing. Let Schaefer get outside and pick up the first down. First first down for Spearfish that wasn't by penalty.
So about a gain of 12 for Hamilton on the run. And it's first and 10 for the 24. You'll put Hughes on the left side of Hamilton. As he'll drop back to pass. He was nearly sacked, but he's going to roll. Now he's going to throw on the run, and he just overthrew one receiver and ended up being overthrowing both of them. What's landed in front of the diving Evan Wilson, but also went just too far outside the reach of the intended receiver. Trying to see the number for the Spartan that he was trying to throw it to, but it will be now second down and 10 from the 24.
Yeah, I had him open there on the cross route, deep cross, and led him a little bit too far, and it almost worked out with the other receiver in the area.
8:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 10. Hamilton will drop back to pass, looking for a screen pass. He'll throw it for Hughes. The catch will be made here on the near side. He's able to slip through a couple of tacklers, down to the 10, to the 5, got to the pylon. Did he stay in bounds? He did for a touchdown. Or did he step out of bounds at the 1? Nope, they're going to say he was in for a touchdown. 24-yard throwing catch from Seth Hamilton to Graham Hughes. A 24-yard grab. To make their 26-yard grab, excuse me.
Yeah, Pierre read that play fairly well. Had a couple of people recognize it, just didn't quite get out there and fast enough to make the tackle, and gave up the sideline, and he just tie roped in and caught the pylon as he went across.
So the extra points here for the Spartans to try and pull within 42. The kick is up and good, so it is a 49-7 lead, but Spearfish is on the board here in the second half with 7:52 to go in the third. Back in 30 seconds as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, as well here on KCCR and on KDSG and also KDSJ, and also watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, 224-6627. 49-7. The Pierre Governors have the lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 5-play drive. That's a 26-yard throw and catch here for Seth Hamilton to Graham Hughes to give the Spartans on the board, make it a 42-point lead. Want to pass along to that from the KCCR Research Department that Seth Hamilton's older brother Ryan was a pitcher for Augustana baseball team during the mid-2010s. As the kickoff here from Marcus, and Research Department of Blake Dean being able to send that over as the Governors will get a good return out to around the 25-yard line, I believe, maybe the 30-yard line, excuse me. As Shop will return it out to the 30-yard line. I think it's the 30. It's getting harder to see. It is the 30-yard line. Maybe at the 29. Yeah, they're going to spot him right at the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 with 7:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Looks like Lounsbury now will be in at quarterback for the Governors. Trevor Rounds in the backfield here for Pierre as well. And Rounds, there's going to be a bad exchange with the handoff. Lounsbury had to keep it, and he'll pick up maybe a yard to the 30. He will. And it's second down and 9 here for the Governors as that clock ticks under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you got a whole bunch of new players in there that didn't play in the first quarter or first half that have to get used to the footing and make that adjustment as well.
Carter Shufflebine is the lone receiver here on the near sideline. Aiden Beam is the tight end for the Governors. Lounsbury this time will hand off for Rouse. He'll get outside, trying to get outside the left edge, and that far side of the field in between the two hashes that he gets to around the 35-yard line, a gain of 5, and it's third down and 4 here for the Governors.
Score update into the first quarter. T's regained the lead over Sturgis 12-7.
And again, that winner will take on Yankton in Yankton next week, Friday. We do know that the Governors would take on Watertown as long as this game ends how we need it to go, and there is a flag that is thrown and it will be against the Spearfish Spartans. So it will result in a first down for the Pierre Governors. Look through some of the offensive line. That's the center for the Governors is going to be number 61, Max Bogenhagen. Have number 44 out there in Carter Merrill, part of that offensive line. Trying to get that number there. Trevor Rounds will get the handoff here on 1st and 10. New set of downs after that penalty called against the Spartans. He'll pick up about 3 yards. He's got 25 yards and 4 carries so far. A couple of carries in that first half.
Isaac Gilk in there on the line, as well as Baxter Shrimp.
Also have on that far side of the field and Cale Munson for the Pierre Governors. As Lounsbury will hand off for Rounds. He gets a nice hole here on the near side. Good hole that was created by number 79 in Baxter Shrimp. They get to near the first down marker and at the first down marker as he'll pick up another 5 yards for make that 6-yard gain for Rounds. 7-yard gain for Rounds and a first down for the Governors as we're under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Bridger Babcock in there at tight end. Aiden Beam in there.
So 1st and 10 here for the Governors. And now the Spearfish 49-yard line. Lounsbury, the quarterback, still with 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Designed run for Lounsbury. He is being thrown down, and getting in the backfield and getting to him first was Sam Marcus. And a loss of 2 back to the Governor 49-yard line.
Play brings up 2nd and 11 for the Governors.
So Pierre again with the 2nd and long right now, but 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Play call coming in from the near side. Lounsbury with an empty backfield here on 2nd down and 12. Lounsbury will drop back to pass. He'll throw over the middle. Diving for it was Aiden Beam, but he couldn't get his footing to get that curl route, and it falls incomplete. And it's 3rd down now and 12. 3rd and 12 for the Governors.
Yeah, he had him open. He couldn't get his footing to come back, and just a little bit underthrown ball. Cold weather, he's trying to keep his hands warm, but it's tough to throw that football on a night like this.
3:35 left to go now here in the third quarter. 2 receivers far side. Lounsbury again, empty backfield. He'll look to pass. He'll throw over the top, and he'll well overthrow any intended receiver. Aiden Beam was the closest guy. And that brings up 4th down and 12. The Governors will bring out the punting unit.
Which will bring up 4th down for Pierre.
And we'll see here who will punt the ball away, as it will be Asher Vandenbos that will be the one that's going back deep to punt it away. And it's 4th down and 12 here for the Governors. But again, that clock runs even with incomplete passes, so we've already hit the 3-minute mark and under now with the third quarter. Vandenbos on the punt, end over end punt that will take a couple of hops and landed right behind Carter Shufflebine and then picked up by the Governors. And it'll bring up 1st and 10. Atticus Moore might have been the one to pick that up. Don't have number 57 listed on the program. But it will be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line here for the Spearfish Spartans. And again, that clock is rolling down to 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. First time that the Governors have punted the ball away. Only the second time they haven't scored on any of their possessions.
Kellen Hansen in there at safety, and Patrick LaRoque looks like playing defensive line.
1st and 10 for the 26, shotgun formation. Spearfish, they don't have a whole lot of guys on that sideline for the Spartans. As Hamilton will drop back to pass, he'll throw down the near side of the field, and it's going to be overthrown, looking for the intended target of Dylan Doran. And it's 2nd down and 10 from the 26.
Covered by number 2, Ty and Bus. Ball falls incomplete, which will bring up 2nd down for the Spartans.
1:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Governors all over the Spartans right now, 49-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. A little bit more of a sparse crowd here this evening than what we normally have when it comes to Governor football, regardless if it's the first game or the final game that we have here, or just a normal regular season game. Cold and snow had a lot to do with that, as Hughes will get the handoff on 2nd and 10. He's able to sidestep one would-be tackler, and will get out for a gain of 9 to the 35-yard line.
Finds good ground in the middle of the line for
and it's 3rd down and 1 here for Spearfish with 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Like Tucker Ott and Trey Hutchison in there on the defensive line as well. There, I think we got all the players mentioned now.
The Governors will jump across the line, and that will bring out the flag and a offside call, I believe, against the Governors. Maybe it's going to be a... So it is against the Governors, so if another penalty that picks up a first down for Spearfish with 40 seconds left to go. And Spearfish, I mean, granted, they probably wanted at least one run one more play here in the third quarter. Two receivers out on each side, 1st and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Hamilton, he'll step up, he'll throw down the far side. It's going to be caught down the sideline of the 20 to the 10. It's another touchdown for Spearfish. Vavruska will make the catch. He'll take it, make that 60 yards from the 40-yard line, a 60-yard touchdown for Vavruska. And it's now a 49-13 lead.
Yeah, really nice throw there. Put it right on the money.
60-yard connection from Hamilton to
3 for 11 now, 96 yards for Hamilton, and it's a 49-13 lead for the Pierre Governors. And Spearfish has outscored the Governors 13-0 here in this second half. The extra point will be a low line drive kick that is going to be no good.
I think it went under the crossbar.
I was going to say, that's how it had to have been. So it looked like it was straight in line, but it almost hit the top of the offensive and defensive line right there. But it is 49-13. We'll keep it here on KCCR and on KDSJ, as well as also on YouTube at KCCR Sports. As we are closing in at the end of the third quarter, the Governors with a 49-13 lead over the Spearfish Spartans. With Jen Hanna back at the station, Menda Miller, John Winkler here on this Friday night. Governors are 12 minutes and 15 seconds right now of game time to advance to the 11AA semifinals to take on Watertown next Friday. Watertown won 42-17 against Aberdeen in Watertown last night. Maybe we'll get ourselves some better temperature, a little bit. I can't say, when we bring up, we'll talk to some of the players of the game here in the post game. We'll have to ask how much they enjoy playing in the snow. Now that there's been a whole lot of snow, you can get 5-6 inches of snow and get to play in a game, and that would probably be a lot more fun than maybe just a little bit of a dusting on the grass. But you got to think that it's fun to be able to play in some snow. As this will be a return here for the Governors out to around the 20 to close to the 30-yard line, as it was taken by number 19, Seth Shop. And Shop will get to the 32-yard line with 4 seconds to go, and the clock will run out to the fourth quarter. So the Governors will take a 49-13 lead at the end of 3, 12 minutes away from an 11AA semifinal appearance. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football presented by Capital City Ford Lincoln and Toyota on KCCR, KDSJ, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota. Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping is who you should call as we enter the fall season. They can make sure your lawn makes it through the tough South Dakota winters. They can help with the fall cleanup, winterize that sprinkler system so that it can be ready to go in the spring. And once the snow starts to fly, they can help with that too. Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, helping customers year-round. Call Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440.
Start of the fourth quarter, Pierre Governors lead at 49-13. The American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. 1st and 10 here for the Govs, as we've got ourselves another new quarterback here for Pierre, taking it to the left side and staying on his feet. And the ball will come out and be picked up by the Governors again. And it will be number 8. And, well, there is no number 8. And number 57 picked up the ball. We don't have 57 on our
Carried ahead by number 57, also on the program.
Both are on the program, so that's a lot of fun to have your quarterback wear number 8, not have him listed in the program.
Are they pulling them out of the stands?
Well, maybe I don't think you can actually put anything in an auction on it. There's a pass that will be incomplete. So, but Rounds will get the intended pass. It's going to fall incomplete. We'll see if maybe there's another sheet in here that we can get.
We need to put that KCCR research team on this and see if they can help us out.
I'm hoping maybe if I can get just enough time, I can find myself to the roster and see if there's something that was missed on the program out or just something that was added late. As it will be third down and about 3 here from the 39-yard line. It'll be design run up the middle for first down, and it'll be a gain of about 5. And it's 1st and 10. It is going to be Sunshine. Sunshine will get he is the new quarterback. Still don't have a 57 listed in on the roster on the activities website, though, so he can't give you the 57 number. But Sunshine is the new quarterback.
57 is Max Bogenhagen.
Max Bogenhagen is wearing number 57. So Sunshine with a couple of carries. He's got enough for a first down, and it's 1st and 10 here from the 44-yard line. Sunshine, he will slip and fall as he will get maybe a loss of a half a yard. And it'll bring up 2nd down here with 2 minutes gone by in the 4th quarter. Again, the Governors will advance to the 11AA semifinal. We'll talk to players of the game coming up here in just a little bit. Once we get through the end of this ball game, T area leading Sturgis 18-7 halfway through the 2nd quarter, and that winner will take on Yankton next week Friday. And Lincoln, as expected, they're up 28-0 on Stevens at the near the end of the 1st quarter. That's the only other game going on. Actually, there is an all-nations game that will be taking place at 7 o'clock as there's a whistle before the snap. Todd County and Shining Eagle Butte. Hayden Beam will get called for the false start, and will be 2nd down and a long 15 here for the Governors. Shine Eagle Butte, Teoshpatopa, they are taking on Todd County here tonight. So 4 football games in total. And we've got one of those 4 football games that have now reached the 4th quarter with 8:50 left to go. As Sunshine will look to pass, it's going to be a fluttering ball that's going to be dropped on an interception by Graham Hughes. He was looking to throw it to deep for Lincoln Dilgis, but it was too short, and Hughes had the interception, and he ends up dropping it, and it falls incomplete. He also had number 11 in there as well for the Spearfish Spartans, and Cade Varuska that nearly had that interception as well. So now it's 3rd down and long here for the Pierre Governors. 8:15 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun formation here for Sunshine. As he will take the snap, he's going to look to pass. He's going to roll to his right, trying to step up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked, and a loss of about 4 for Sunshine, and that will bring up now 4th down, and the Governors will punt the ball away. As Vandenbos will come out to punt it away here for the Governors. And back deep will be Doran for the Dylan Doran for the Spearfish Spartans to try and receive the punt. Vandenbos nearly had it blocked. Might have got a piece of it to Spearfish. It'll roll its way out of play at around the 48-yard line or so inside Spearfish territory with 7:20 left to go here in the 4th quarter. That clock still winding. Spearfish has been able to score 13 points in the 2nd half, but the Governors still lead at 49-13 on the American Family Insurance Pretty Shufflebine scoreboard. Again, Watertown, they won yesterday 42-17, so the Governors will take on the Arrows next week Friday here at Hollister Field, and the final time the Governors will play here at Hollister Field in 2023. They want to play one more game, but that would be at the Dakota Dome. on that Friday, November 10th. Hamilton with a handoff here for Mertz, for Hughes. They go with the reverse. Now they're going to throw for Hamilton. He'll make the catch. He's out to the 30. There's a block in the back that will be called as Hamilton will get in the end zone for a touchdown, but it will not count. The Spartans trying some trickery here, down by 36 points. However, that will drop them back. It will still be a completed pass from Doran to Hamilton. So they will back up the 15 yards from the completed pass, or from the spot of the foul. So they'll go all the way out to the 40-yard line. It got to the 25. So it ended up being about a 27-yard gain for Doran to Hamilton. So it is going to be 1st and 10 still anyway for Spearfish from the 40-yard line. With now 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Driving back to pass is Hamilton, throwing down the field again. That's going to be overthrown and falling incomplete, as he was looking for Carson Sire.
Polston on the coverage.
And it brings up second down and 10 here for Spearfish back at the 40-yard line. And you look at what Spearfish, have almost all their starters still in, but you look across the way, they've barely got 11 guys that are on the sideline over there for the Spartans. So still trying to build that program, build the numbers of that program. They've had a lot of young guys be playing for this Spearfish team. Second down and 10. This will be a keep here for Hamilton. Now he'll throw it. The catch will be made on the far side of the field, and it will be a gain of about 4. As Chapman will make the catch. 6 different Spartan to make a catch. It's third down and 6.
It's kind of a nice little play there. A little read option in the backfield, and then 3 receivers out to the left. Once the defense steps up to the quarterback, you just kind of throw it out there and let the trail receiver get a block.
Shotgun formation here again for Hamilton as he'll drop back to pass again. He's rolling to his right. He'll throw on the run. A man is wide open. The catch is going to be made, and in the end zone for a touchdown for Vavruska. His second time he's made a touchdown catch from a 36 yards out. This time he's got 96 yards on 2 catches for 2 touchdowns. And overall, Hamilton is 5 for 14 now for 136 yards. And Spearfish too little too late, but they're putting points on the board right now. They're making 49-19. They've pulled within now 30 points with 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. However, that clock will continue to run with just a little under 5 minutes to go. The extra point upcoming here, and Hamilton will take the extra point. He'll kick it in, and it's now 49-20. Governors lead it here by 29 with 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Back in 30 seconds as you're listening to Pierre Governor Football, presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota on KCCR, on KDSJ, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission driven to provide affordable, high quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
It is a 49-20 lead for the Pierre Governors of the American Family Insurance Brittany Schofelbein scoreboard with just 4:40 left to go. And really, Mendel, here in the last 4:40, you probably can find yourself to take your time. And even if you end up going about 3 and out, you can take almost all the time off the clock.
Yeah, with the running clock, it'll go fast, and you just want to get those seconds ticked off and move on. You can see why Spearfish is a dangerous team. I mean, if the quarterback has time and everybody's not assignment sound, the passing game can make plays.
So they've scored 20 points as Spearfish in the second half, but the Governors, who had a 49-0 lead at halftime, they're going to try an onside kick, and it will be whistled down And we'll see what if there was offside on the kick itself. And that will, I don't know, Spearfish trying to find anything to try and come back in this game, but now by 29, not going to find themselves able to come all the way back. But it is going to be a penalty against the Spartans. Well, maybe not. Because they're still on that 40-yard line where they kick it off.
So I'm not sure that play should be blown dead for an offside, because
right, yeah,
it should play out, and then there would be a flag, but
Yep.
it should play out.
So now another time, but this one will be kicked deep, and it will be taken here by the Governors at around the 15-yard line to the 20, 25, out to the 30, 35-yard line, out to the 38-yard line. With Seth Shop, that returns another one, and the Governors, Trey Lewis, Ty and Bus, those kind of returners for the Governors. Brock Mosier, another guy that you see Seth Shop being able to return the ball well. And a lot of these times here, in these type of games for the Governors, this isn't just to kind of throw these guys out here and say, okay, let's just get the game over with. These coaches want to see what these guys do under the lights on a Friday night and able to see what they can do, because this is the next group of Governors to come through and play for Pierre. As Lounsbury is back at quarterback here for the Governors, he'll throw it down the field looking for Shufflebine. Jump ball, he makes the catch. Oh, man, what a catch by Carter Shufflebine. A flag will come in as he makes the catch at around the 20-yard line. How about that for a birthday present? Carter Shufflebine is celebrating a birthday today. That is as good of a catch as you're going to see.
Yeah, that's a really nice play, and that goes exactly to what you were talking about just before that play. The three guys you named, Lewis and Buss and Mosier, are all seniors.
Well, the sideline warning on Pierre, they'll actually back him up 5 yards, because it's the second time they've been called for a sideline warning.
But, all three of those returners are seniors, so next year, Shop might be the one that's out there first play of next year. He might be on the field.
And now you talk about, again, what guys are trying to do. Carter Shufflebine with that catch, he might have just earned himself some varsity time, especially going into next year as well. That is as good of a catch as I think you're ever going to see in high school football. That's one where you send it to ESPN and say, hey, Monday Night Football, when you're talking about somebody getting mossed, Carter Shufflebine just mossed somebody making that catch.
Yeah, he did. He took it right off the defender's helmet.
3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Lounsbury will roll to his right. He's going to throw for Shufflebine again, and then he is held back, although now the flag will come in late. Looked like maybe that was going to be pretty far away, but a penalty will come in, and a 15-yard penalty.
There was probably some debate among the crew there whether to throw that flag with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of a 20-degree game.
Well, and the nice thing, too, is the clock rolling. You don't have to really worry about having to throw that flag and take too much extra time off the clock, although the clock is stopped for a moment, and we'll roll again here with 2:25 left to go, and a 15-yard penalty puts the Governors first and 10 at the 24-yard line. 2:20 left here in this fourth quarter. Lounsbury empty backfield here. He's looking to throw. He'll throw it over the top, and one of the referees got hit right in the middle of the field, and looked like maybe Lincoln Dilgis, and along with also Cade Vavruska, ran into the referee. And it'll bring up second down here with under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looks like he's okay, but you hear often of offenses running pick plays and getting receivers open, but it's not too often they involve the referee to do it.
Well, they almost got that to work, as Lounsbury will drop back to Bass here on second down. He's going to throw over the top, looking for the touchdown, but it's going to be intercepted. The Spartans will pick up an interception, returning it out of the end zone, and the tackle made by Trevor Rounds as Vavruska gets the interception. With 1:20 left to go, there's not much time left here in this fourth quarter. But a couple of good catches, or a couple good catch by Carter Shufflebine. Penalty got the Governors near the got the red zone, but with only 1:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter, we're just about through here in this contest.
Yeah, probably 2 plays is all they get here.
So Spearfish, they did outscore the Governors in the second half, but with 55 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, the Spartan season will come to an end here in the next minute or so. Hamilton will look to throw. He's going to throw it down the field, looking for Vrevruska, and that's just off the fingertips, falling incomplete with now 40 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Max Stanglen there on the coverage. But you can see Vrevruska, he's made some plays and made a nice interception there. You can see that he's going to be somebody that may need to be reckoned with in the future.
And really, you mentioned in coverage, too, that Coach Slice was walking down the sideline, and he was looking like he was coaching the second quarter. He was talking to the Governors, talking to the defensive players. This will be up in the air. The catch will be made. And now it's a foot race to the 35 to the 30 to the 20, 15, 10. Another touchdown for Spearfish as that one goes about 88 yards all the way to the house. That will be the final play of the game as Sire will go 88 yards for a touchdown. And Spearfish gets one more touchdown late in this game to make it a 49 to 26 lead. Get the extra point pending, but that's the final play. Will be the final play of this game. Oh, so there is no extra point. So that is the end of the ball game. 49-26 is our final. The Pierre Governors win it here over the Spearfish Spartans. We will step aside for 3.5 minutes and come back with a post-game show after this. It is Pierre Governor football on Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Back here on KCCR, KDSG, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Terry and Peggy Barber with Brett Spray Service in Pierre and Oneida would like to wish the Pierre Governors good luck in tonight's game. Call Brett Spracers today at 605-258-2743 for all your aerial application and retail chemical sales need. The Barbers would like to remind you what Henry Ford once said, that when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors pick up the win 49-26 over the Spearfish Spartans as we welcome in our players of the game. First talking with Cade Kaiser as the Governors pick up this win. And Cade, your thoughts here on this 23-point win for Pierre?
It's going to sound arrogant, but it's what we expected coming into this game. We expected to go out and dominate this team as we should. And like our Douglas week, to end the regular season, we were playing to make ourselves better and hold ourselves to the standard that we have and not play down to the level of Spearfish. And I thought our starting offense and defense did really well with that tonight.
And a 49-0 lead at halftime, and you mentioned it too. Like that's what you guys were expecting. That's what you wanted to do. Well, what needs to be better going into next week here for this starting offense and defense?
I mean, offensively, there was a couple plays where our offensive linemen just didn't talk to each other enough, and two guys went to the same guy, and one guy was untouched. I mean, we played. I'm pretty happy with how the performance went, but there's just little things like that makes good teams into great teams into state champions. So.
Yeah, and there's always something to look forward to get better at, and I'm sure the coaches will find something, no matter how well everybody thinks they played. They'll find something, some technique or something like that. But talk about the field conditions and things like that, and how whether that was enjoyable or how that influenced your play.
Well, obviously playing in the snow is always fun. You don't really get to do it. I mean, some people have only done it with a pickup game and not a legitimate high school football game. So it was a lot of fun being out there with the guys. With the rain last night and then turning into sleet and then freezing, field was pretty rock solid. There's a couple guys that got their arms scraped up pretty good, but planting was obviously difficult because you don't got much traction out there, so you had to stay inside your frame. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how our fellas handled the field conditions.
It's got to be fun. I know you could probably have another 3 or 4 inches on the field and it'd be even more fun, but you don't get the opportunities. South Dakota, you get a chance to play in potentially some snow games, but to do that and here tonight, again, at Hollister Field, that's got to be pretty special in your senior year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be one to remember, and tonight was, some people might not agree, but I thought it was a beautiful night for football.
I wouldn't disagree with you. It's a little cold, but I wouldn't disagree with you.
Once that sun went down, it was a little chilly, and luckily the wind died down, so it was a pretty still night, but it was pretty good moving around out there.
Now, here's an unfair question, but an interesting question. Watertown won last night. Did you get a chance to catch any of that game? Were you kind of already looking at Watertown, or how did you handle that, knowing that you guys still had to get that win before you knew that you're going to take on Watertown?
Yep, I watched a little bit of the Watertown game. I watched the third quarter and then half of the fourth quarter, and it was bedtime for me, so I went to bed. But we knew Watertown was going to be a good football team, but we also knew come postseason, Aberdeen comes through when people don't think they will. But Watertown ended up on top, and this week preparing for this game, there was a lot of talk last night, yesterday, all day. There was a lot of talk about Watertown's going to be winning, Watertown's going to do this, but it was a challenge keeping the boys focused on the game tonight, because without this win tonight, there is no next week. And
yeah, exactly. So we can shift focus. I know you 24-hour rule, enjoy this one and all that, but it's playoffs. What do you remember about Watertown the first time, and what do you think you'll see from them?
They were obviously a very run-dominant team. We held Juven Hudson to about 105 yards, I believe, I'm very happy with that. I do see them heavily running to start out with, but then sprinkling in a throws here and there, trying to catch our DBs, falling asleep, being lazy, and throwing some trick plays at us. I mean, everybody's got trick plays in their back pocket they've been saving for when the time comes. So,
one more game here at Hollister Field in your senior year. How special is it? How kind of emotional is it to know that next Friday is the last time that you step on a Hollister Field for a game?
I can't believe it's already here. I mean, it feels like yesterday. I was a freshman standing out there in my uniform and Steele telling us, freshmen, it's going to go by quick. Ask the seniors. And I just was like, oh, it'll never happen. But here we are. Got one last game on this beautiful field in front of these amazing people, and we're going to go show out, so it'll be fun.
Congrats on this, the first win of hopefully 3 here in the playoff run, and we'll see you next Friday against Watertown.
Appreciate it.
That is Cade Kaiser. We'll pass along here to George Stalley as he picked up a couple of receptions for touchdowns. Went to about 72 yards on 2 touchdown grabs. Take us through those 2 touchdowns and being able to score twice here in the playoffs.
Well, that first one, just a seam route. Steele moved me inside over so I could have that linebacker and use my speed against him, and I mean, kind of just beat him. And Cade threw a good ball, back shoulder. And the rest is history.
Well, you're not that fast, are you?
I like to think I'm kind of fast.
You're a pretty fast kid. But what'd you like about what this offense and defense was able to do up 49-0 at halftime? Gave your guys a chance to be able to rest a little bit. Obviously, being as cold as it was, you probably wanted to be out there playing the whole time. But how nice was it to get that 49-0 lead at halftime?
It was great. The field position really was great. We had like 3 or 4 drives where we were in inside the 20. And I think we should have probably had one less drive if Trey Lewis scores that kickoff.
So I guess that means that you can say you're faster than Trey Lewis, right?
Yep. Hopefully.
So, yeah, the returners never want to get caught by the kicker, right? Is there going to be some talk this week as you're looking at film with Trey on that? The kicker was the one that tracked him down.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely say something to him. I said something to him right away.
Well, especially because you're a kicker, too.
Yeah. I think I could have maybe ran him down too, but
well, going in next week, you get Watertown next Friday. And Mendel asked Cade what he remembered from Watertown. So, what do you remember from Watertown, especially on that offensive side? What do you guys need to do to get through that defense again?
I remember they were pretty good on defense. They knew what they're doing. Jed had a big game, if I recall. He always has a big game at this point. So, and our running game, go get those linebackers, and we should be good.
Well, go ahead, Mendel.
So the catch right before halftime, obviously. We kind of talked about your first touchdown, right? But the second one was a way better catch. Anybody catches the first one, right? But the second one, holding the guy off with your left hand, one-handed grab. See that on Sundays, see that on Saturdays in college. What were going through your mind as the ball's coming down?
Well, it was a play for me and Jet, and I was thinking, oh, it's Jet one-on-one. I was like, oh, wow. I'm just running to get in the end zone to go try and celebrate with him once he gets this. And next thing I know, I look up, oh, the ball's coming. So I just had to go make a play. Spore, his famous quotes, be an athlete. So I just tried to press him as much as I could.
Well, you get one more game at Hollister Field here this week, or next week against Watertown. One more game here this year here at Hollister. How excited are you to be able to be here at home and get that semifinal game?
Well, I'm pretty excited. I think the weather's supposed to be a lot nicer. I feel the fans are going to be packed. It should be a fun game, fun atmosphere.
Well, congrats on the win, and good luck next Friday. We'll see you next Friday against Watertown.
Thank you.
That is George Stalley, as we will pass along here to Steve Steele, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, as the Govs win at 49-26 over the Spartans. And let's talk about that first half, 49-0 lead. What'd you like most about what the Governors were able to do?
I like this that they came in, they took care of business. They did what they needed to do to get the lead and get our starters out, keep everyone healthy. That was obviously our goal was to win, and on top of that was trying to make sure that we got the work in that we needed, but ultimately bring everyone into next week healthy.
A lot of short fields in the first half. Had the ball in the 8, had the ball in 10, whatever. Were you able to do everything you wanted to do and get all that work in the first half?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think there was a couple things that we were really hoping to get to put in today, but it's what happens. I can't worry about dwelling on it too terrible much. Just gotta, use what's available, go with what we have, and just keep moving on. So. Oh, well.
Yeah, offensively, you were able to score and all, but that one possession, that fumble, and also had a lot of short fields. How that defense was able to either recover a fumble on an onside kick and get a turnover. How nice was it to have those short fields to be able to score quickly in this first half?
It's good. I think that definitely helped. Helped the cause of being able to get guys out. And I think that was the most important part of everything was that I know the score ends up being a little closer there towards the the end. But ultimately we got the win. We didn't feel threatened at any point. Once we got up. So I mean that was the most important part. The short fields definitely sped that process up.
Yeah, and in your pregame, you talked about all three phases of the team being really rewarding this year to see and things like that. Well, I don't know if you saw the stats at halftime yet. Spearfish had negative 10 yards, so the defense is doing their job. You have a 82-yard kick return and a block punt on the special teams. The offense is scoring 4 touchdowns and things like that. So just a continuation of what you've seen all year.
Yeah, and that was exactly what we wanted to see. Just every single area of the team performing well and making a difference. Not just doing their job, but doing it very well and adding value, adding points. And I know the kick return doesn't necessarily score, but we score because of it. The punt block doesn't score, but we score because of it. Defense getting some short fields with turnovers. Again, it's all things that really sped up the process of that game.
Watertown next week. Did you get a chance to watch a little bit of it last night? Considering you're supposed to be playing, so you had nothing going on, or maybe the wife had plans for you that the game got canceled or got postponed to Friday. But were you able to chance to watch it? And how much did you start to break down that film of Watertown? Obviously, because they won, and you're getting ready for them next week, but not looking ahead too much of, hey, we still got to go past Spearfish. We can't wait. We can't sit there and say we got to get Watertown film because you haven't beaten Spearfish yet. How did you handle that last night to start to get yourself ready for next week, knowing that we still got to go get a game to be played on Friday?
Yeah, and I think that obviously we had everything done yesterday for Spearfish. Planning on playing yesterday, so we did kind of use today a little bit to kind of do some of the more of the monotonous stuff, the data entry and some of that stuff that goes into the film process, but not watching it super seriously or anything. I think we probably all watched the game last night more serious than we watched their film today. But again, a lot of just prep work to get things ready for tomorrow and tonight when we go home and we do dig in and break it all down a little bit more seriously. But it was a good game for them last night. I think they started pretty slow initially, and then their big guys overtook as the game went on, and by the end of the game they were dominating the line.
Well, go ahead, Mendel.
Yeah, just one more. I mean, coaches are always looking to improve and get everything to improve. What did you see in the first half that you can take to this week and say, we have to improve this?
I think up front, we didn't communicate very well on a couple plays. We let some linebackers slip through us on the line, and those are just things that we'll have to clean up this week. And like I said, get back into that mental groove a little bit more than I think we were this week or last week.
Well, congrats on the win. One win down, two more games to go to try and win that 7th straight state championship next week Friday against Watertown. Congrats on the win. We'll talk to you in Coach's Corner next week Wednesday, and good luck next Friday.
Thanks, guys.
That is head coach Steve Steele, the Pierre Governors, as they pick up a 49-26 win over the Spearfish Spartans. As with Jen Hanna back at the station, Mendel Miller here, and John Winkler as we wrap things up. Mendel, your final thoughts here on the Governors picking up the 49-26 win?
Yeah, I think the results weren't unexpected, but I think it's still the process and the what was put on the field by the Governors that's impressive. It's not necessarily the results, but just the way they went about things and contributed in all phases. I think that's really impressive.
T area right now, they're leading 25-7 over Sturgis at halftime. Sioux Falls Lincoln up 42-14 near halftime over Rapid City Stevens. That's the only other games going on. The All Nations game at Todd County against Shining Butte Yoshpatopa. That game has started, but no score update on that as well. But that will send us to the end of our broadcast here. The Governors will play on Friday again against Watertown. Wait to see. Assuming a 7 o'clock kickoff, will be on the air at 6:30. But if it is a little bit earlier, we'll let you know. We'll be on half an hour before kickoff here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We also got Pierre Governor Volleyball coming up on Tuesday as they wrap up the season. They will have coverage at 6:30 and first serve at 7 o'clock. So we've got volleyball Tuesday, football on Friday for Pierre Governor Sports right here on the KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. I want to thank everybody at out near in the Black Hills, KDSJ, for letting us be able to invade your ear space for the evening with the Governor broadcast, the Governor and Spearfish broadcast. I want to say thanks to Jen Hanna back at the station, Mendel Miller. Thank you for helping in, stepping in. Had to text you early or late yesterday afternoon to get you on. Blake unable to, but looking forward to now the next couple weeks here for the Governors taking on Watertown next Friday. John Winkler here signing off. The Governors, they advance the 11AA semifinals next week as they'll take on Watertown. They beat Spearfish tonight 49-26. We've got coverage of the World Series coming up here shortly as we say so long from Hollister Field.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Playoff Action presented by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Governor Athletics is brought to you on KCCR by Access Health, Zander Auto Parts, AGE, Wagner Auto, Weatherall, First United Methodist Church, Fisher Rounds, AirTech, Barber Chemical and Barber Farm Services, Venture Communications, River Bottom Sanitation, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Gales Gas, Cone Egg, Rising Hope Counseling, Oahe Grain, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Brett Spray Service, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Leisure Palace, Lariat Lanes, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Electric, The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites, Graham Tire, Country Carpet and Flooring, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, and Farting Electric. Join us next time for more Pierre Governor Sports on your home for the Pierre Governors, KCCR, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.